Hudson Mason here, and you can catch me and the rest of the guys on the locker room from 6 to 10 a.m. breaking down the Braves, only on The Fan.
Another beautiful night for baseball here in Atlanta, although there are some cloudy skies overhead. It is 82 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 3 miles an hour. And we've had a little rain in the metro area this afternoon, but none right now. Field looks beautiful as we get set for the second game of this 3-game set with Houston. We were just talking in our pregame comments about the umpire behind the plate tonight, Jerry Meals, being somewhat diminutive and having an issue calling balls and strikes. Well, guess what? He's not working tonight. He has been scratched from the umpire lineup, if you will. So here is the rotation. Jansen Visconti will be behind the plate. Clint Vondrack will be at first base. A new crew chief, Jim Reynolds, has come in. He'll be at second base. And at third base, Vic Carapazza, who had the plate last night. This is game number 122 tonight. There are 40 games left after the conclusion of this game tonight. And Spencer Strider has just taken the field with his teammates behind him. And they are in the outfield, right to left, Acuna, Harris, and Grossman. First to third, it's Olson, Grissom, Swanson, and Riley. And William Contreras gets the call behind the plate tonight. He'll do the catching. Strider, 23 years old, 6 feet, 195, out of Knoxville, Tennessee. 7-4 with a 3.04 ERA. He's pitched even better here at Truist Park. 4-1 with a 2.66 home ERA. He's given up 5 homers this year, but only 1 here in his home ballpark. His last start, a beauty against the Mets earlier in this homestand. 5 innings of 3-hit, 1-run ball against that excellent lineup. He walked 1 and struck out 4. He's never faced the Houston Astros before, so they'll get their first look at that blazing fastball. Fans were also handed some Spencer Strider mustaches before the game tonight as they were coming through the gates, and I've seen a lot of kids wearing the mustaches tonight in honor of Spencer Strider, so that's going to be fun during the course of tonight's game as well. There goes the throw down to second base. We got a huge crowd on hand tonight. Another capacity crowd is expected to help cheer the Braves and boo the Astros. And to tell you all about the booing and the cheering, here's Ben Ingram.
Thank you, Joe. Saturday night, Braves and the Astros right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Spencer Strider on the mound. Strikeout's the name of his game. He's hoping for a bunch of them tonight as he sees this Astros lineup for the first time in his career. Very light little breeze. Comfortable evening here at the ballpark. It'll be Altuve, Gurriel, and Tucker climbing in for the Astros here in the top of the first inning. Altuve still trying to get comfortable up there in the box. Strider standing on the mound. He's ready. And just waiting on Altuve. Still standing there waiting on Altuve. Jose appears to be ready. Spencer certainly is. He winds. And now for the ball game. The first pitch of fastball, 99. Just missed the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes.
7:15 p.m., 81 degrees.
Started right on time at 7:15 Eastern. And to get a comfortable night here at the ballpark. 1-0 pitch on the way, a high fly ball to deep right center field. Michael Harris back to the warning track. He slows there and 1 stride onto the track. Makes the catch out of right center field. 1 down. Braves in the home whites, white tops, white pants, red lettering, red numerals. Outlined in navy. Braves across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. And the Astros in the traveling grays, tops and pants, navy lettering, navy numerals, outlined in orange. Houston arching across the chest of their uniforms. First pitch, a swing and a miss to Yuli Gurriel. Fastball 99. He was the last out of the World Series last year in Game 6 in Houston. Best hangover I ever had. 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike.
Right on.
0-2 on Yuli Gurriel. Strider got tons of run support that last outing. That was against New York. 0-2 pitch, low and outside, 1-2. Interestingly enough, Spencer has had 2 starts this month where the Braves won by a score of 13-1. And those 2 starts were 13 days apart. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Gurriel. Broken bat roller out towards third and foul. Actually, I don't even know if the bat was broken, but it came out of his hands and went 2/3 of the way down the third baseline. Yep, that bat's intact. Went after that slider, and it knocked the bat clean out of Gurriel's hands.
Wasn't even a strike.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Yuli Gurriel. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs with a fastball, 100 on the gun. Strider in his 13.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. That is the highest by a rookie pitcher in Major League history with a minimum of a dozen starts. 2-2 sent foul into the second deck down the right field line. How about this? No pitcher in Braves franchise history has pitched at least 100 innings in a season and fanned even 11 batters per 9. And he's at 13.5. And he's coming up on 100 innings for the season. 2-2 pitch, swung on, missed. Have a seat. Got him with a high slider. 2 down here in the first inning, and that'll bring Kyle Tucker up to the plate.
The numbers he's firing up, Ben, continue to impress everybody. And his poise, I think, maybe impresses everybody as much as his strikeout numbers.
I think there's always that question of when you see a young man rising through the minor league system with high strikeout totals, is that going to translate to the big leagues? Well, that has been a resounding yes for Spencer Strider, because he's come to this level and his strikeout numbers have been equally as high as they were down in the minor leagues. Pitch on the way to Tucker. There's a called strike. With a slider over the inside corner. Strider with 143 strikeouts on the season now. That's got him tied for 7th in the National League. No balls and a strike on Tucker. Check swing, tapper foul over by the Astros dugout. At a 0-2 count now on Kyle Tucker. Spencer looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Austin Riley moves from third out into shallow right field with 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Kyle Tucker. 0-2 on the way. Goodbye. Swung on and missed at a fastball. 100 on the gun. And Spencer cruises right on through the Astros in the top of the first inning, 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Astros nothing. And the Braves coming up when we come back. Scoreless ball game into the bottom of the first inning. Going to be Acuna, Swanson, and Riley for the Braves. And here's a look at the leather for Houston. Yuli Gurriel is the first baseman. Jose Altuve at second. Jeremy Pena, their shortstop, and Alex Bregman is at third. In the outfield, left fielder Chas McCormick, center fielder Jake Myers, right fielder Kyle Tucker. And the Astros have a battery of Christian Vasquez in harness with Christian Javier. And the right-hander Javier, 25 years old, out of the Dominican Republic, 6'1", 213. Braves saw him in a couple of outings last year in the World Series. And the Braves really got after him, hitting 3 home runs against him. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna, taken low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. For the season, Javier is 7-8, but a 2.96 ERA. This is his 23rd appearance and his 19th as a starter. 1-0 on the way to Acuna. Missed outside. Tell you what, Joe, the biggest issue for him has been lack of run support. He's only allowed 3 runs over his last 3 starts, but he's 1-2 in that span.
He had lost 5 straight decisions, Ben, until his last win against Oakland. 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball, though he pitched brilliantly.
2-0 to Acuna. Taken for a strike, 2-1. In his 22 appearances coming into this ball game, he has received 2 runs of support or less 9 times. So almost half his starts, he's getting no run support. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch on the way to Acuna. That's fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Astros are 10-12 in his starts this year. And if you chronicle his action from the World Series last year, he had 3 relief appearances. He was not used as a starter against the Braves in the World Series, but he allowed 4 runs over 3 innings and 3 homers. Swanson twice, Soler once. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Acuna, check swing, didn't go, and now a 3-2 count.
And to be fair, he struck out 6 over those 3 innings, which is about in keeping with his strikeout numbers this year. Incredible.
Everything really a homer or a strikeout against him last year in the World Series.
Yep.
Those Swanson and Soler homers were the back-to-back homers in the 7th inning of Game 4. 3-2. Check swing and called third strike. And a fastball over the inner third, and Ronald goes down looking. Pretty good pitch to Ronald. That fastball coming in. And looking at his stuff, Joe, primarily fastball, slider, his 2 biggest weapons, right?
Yeah, I mean, his fastball, mid-90s. He's got a good arm. I was looking at his career numbers. 262 innings pitched, 322 strikeouts.
Wow. Offering on the way to Swanson. That swung on and missed. Slider that he was way off on. Nothing in 1. Your numbers like that, and you start to wonder if they've considered making him a closer.
Well, he was in their bullpen back and forth a lot the last 2 years.
Well, 1 slider misses, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And started in the bullpen this year before they put him in the rotation.
Astros in a shift, 3 on the left side of the infield. No score in the bottom of the 1st inning. There's a 1-1 on the way to Dansby. That's fouled off. That'll find the 3rd deck just to our right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last night, 2, 3, and 4 really made it happen for the Braves. They were responsible for all of the RBIs last night. Swanson, Riley, and Olsen. They had a huge night. 1-2 to Dansby. Lays off the slider. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Christian Javier was not a big prospect for Houston. They signed him for $10,000 when he was 18. And that's really in keeping with that philosophy that they've had for some of the pitchers they've signed in recent years, at least international pitchers. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that's low and outside. Urquidy, Javier, Valdez, Garcia. We talked about this in the World Series last year. They were looking for older pitchers who were big guys that they could turn into what they wanted them to be.
That's right. I remember that. That's a good recall there. They didn't want the slender, skinny, undeveloped guys just yet.
3 balls and 2 strikes on the payoff pitch to Dansby. He swings and lifts one high into the air to shallow right. Kyle Tucker coming in, looking up into the Atlanta sky, makes a one-handed catch over the top of his cap. And 2 down here in the bottom of a scoreless 1st inning.
He got away with a hanging curve, or a slider right there.
Well, that's not a pitch that he wants to hang to this man. Austin Riley with a big homer for the Braves last night. A 3-run shot in the 3rd inning. As the Braves scored 3 in the 3rd, 3 more in the 6th. And won the ball game last night 6-2 over Houston. Altogether, Riley 2 for 4 last night. And he'll take a ball outside. First pitch fastball that he spit on. 1 ball, no strikes. That homer last night for Riley, his 31st of the year and the 90th of his career. 1-0 fouled back. So with 9 more homers, he reaches 40 for the season and 100 for the career. Be great if he could pick up 10 more between now and the end of the season. Only 40 games left after tonight. Gets your attention, doesn't it? 40 games.
Yeah, 1 every 4 games would be just fine.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the pitch to Riley. That's fouled back. You get under 40 games left in the season. I mean, that's like spring training. That'll fly by.
Starts looking like the counter on the gas pump.
Yeah.
Starts spinning.
1-2 to Austin, a swing and a miss. That was a good slider. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. So the pitching dominant right out of the gates. Both pitchers with a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. We head to the top of the second. No score. Scoreless game as we head to the top of the second inning. Braves and the Astros on a Saturday night here at the ballpark. There are 15,000, at least 15,000, fake mustaches in the seats tonight. In fact, that was a promotional giveaway to the first 15,000 fans in this evening. And looking around the ballpark, there are all sorts of kids wearing their fake mustaches for Spencer Strider night here at the ballpark. Spencer's really embraced this mustache thing. Obviously, he wears one. It's a great mustache. Pitch on the way to Alex Bregman, misses high. And anytime he's on the mound, we see the fake mustaches in the seats. It's been great.
It has been. Kids, like you said, boys and girls wearing them.
1-0 on the way. Fly ball to deep right. Acuna back to his left. Into a slow trot. Runs it down on the warning track. One out here in the second inning. The Braves are looking to continue their winning ways, and the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is here to help. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. One out for Trey Mancini. Mancini traded from Baltimore to Houston at the deadline. Slider just missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Mancini was with the Orioles for 7 years. 30 years old, out of Winter Haven, Florida. 1-0 pitch on the way to him. Swung on, missed, 1-1. It's amazing what Mancini has been through. He missed the 2020 season after his cancer diagnosis. 6 months of chemotherapy. 1-1 outside, 2-1. Good ball player out of Notre Dame. And just thinking of what he's been through, it's amazing to see him thrive in his career.
It's a wonderful thing.
Sure is. Easy one to pull for. 2-1 pitch. Blown right on by him. Fastball 99. Spencer with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Struck out Gurriel and Tucker. 2-2 to Mancini. Adios. Got him on a slider. Strikeout number 3 for Spencer Strider. 2 down. Here comes Christian Vasquez.
Now, Jacob deGrom throws around 100 almost every fastball. His slider, though, is 93 to 95. Spencer's using his slider like a changeup almost. That's 88. Now, that's dang good for any, by comparison to anybody throwing a slider. But his is so far off the 100 mile an hour, it's like a change. Gets him out front.
And that's furthermore interesting because he actually throws a changeup occasionally. Pitch misses high. So, you know, you think about his arsenal. He's got 3 pitches. But you could say it kind of acts like a 4th pitch, that slider. Because the way that he can do a couple of different things with that slider. A couple of different versions of it. 1-0 to Vasquez. That's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. We saw him use the changeup a little bit more in that last outing. And my question to you is, was that because his most recent 2 starts were both against the same team?
That could have been. Yeah, 2 against the Phillies, 2 against the Mets.
2-0 pitch. Fouled back, 2 balls and a strike. .22 pitches for Strider to this point, 14 strikes. No score in the top of the second. Looking to get Christian Vasquez and make it 6 up and 6 down to begin this ball game. 2-1 on the way. And that'll be fouled off into the screen, 2-2. Vasquez, 31 years old, out of Puerto Rico. They traded for him as well. He came over from Boston at the trade deadline for 2 minor leaguers. He spent 8 seasons with the Red Sox. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty, no score. 2-2 on the way. Check swing, the appeal, yes sir. Struck him out with a slider. Strikeout number 4 for Spencer. Now they go in order for the 2nd time in a row. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, no score. to have you with us on a Saturday night. It's a scoreless ball game here in Atlanta. Alongside Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Middle three for the Braves here in the bottom of the second. It'll be Olson, Contreras, and Rosario, and this is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base this inning, then Patricia Smallwood in Macon, Georgia, win $300 in free marathon gas cards. And just like Patricia did, you too can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Best of luck to Patricia Smallwood in Macon. Matt Olson leading it off for the Braves. 80 RBIs on the year to this point. Had one base hit in last night's affair. It was a sac fly that drove in a run. First pitch to him. That slider came down the street and around the corner to find the outside of the plate. 0-1.
His slider there was 78 as opposed to Strider's 88.
A 1 sent foul. Two players took a swing at that pitch. Olson fouled it off, and then it came over to their Contreras on a hop of the on-deck circle, and he took a pretty good hack at it. Missed it. Fortunately, that's not strikes 2 and 3. An 0-2 count on Matt Olson. Offering on the way from Javier. There's a high chopper to the right side into the shift. Pena charges, gloves, and a glove shovel over there to first base to get the out. Not often you see the shortstop make that play and then almost collide with a runner after the glove toss to first base. He was way on the right side of the infield.
And then had to really pull up so he didn't get run over by Olson after Matt crossed the bag.
It's a nice little pirouette out there.
Yeah, it was.
One down for William Contreras. Christian Javier brings it. First pitch slider's in for a called strike. The next man to reach in the ball game will be the first for either team. 6 up and 6 down for Spencer Strider. 4 up and 4 down for Christian Javier. He is a long, rangy right-hander. Again, they list him at 6'1", 213. He looks like he could tie his shoes without even bending over. His arms are so long. Well, one pitch on the way. Low and outside, 1-1. This Astros team has been pitching extremely well. Last night, only the 4th time in the last 23 games they allowed more than 3 earned runs. Time taken as Contreras backs out of there. And thinking back on that Mets series, that was a big boost for the Braves, taking 3 out of 4. But I think last night was as big a confidence booster doing that to this team as any game all year. 1-1, hit foul. That'll arc its way into the seats down the right field line. Braves had a good approach versus Lance McCullers last night. Worked his pitch count up pretty quickly in the ball game. He hung around for 5 innings. And then the Braves are on the attack after that bullpen. A 1-2 to Contreras. Lays off a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good plans by the Braves offense last night. They weren't chasing McCullers' curveball, and that really helped.
I think it's a similar plan versus the Javier slider tonight.
I think perhaps it is.
Got a 2-2 count on William Contreras. Base is empty. Pitch on the way. That's a comebacker up the middle. Glove back to the bag by second baseman Jose Altuve. And his throw to first base on one hop beats William Contreras. Pretty nice play by Altuve going to his right and making that play out there back of the bag at second. Two down for Eddie Rosario. He too had a 2-hit night last night. 2 singles. Had a tough start last night. He was 0 for his first 2 with a couple of strikeouts, but then a single in the 5th and another single in the 7th inning. No score, bottom of the second. That one goes to the backstop on one hop. That was a curveball and a really bad one.
I knew a guy one time in the minor leagues. He was in the Yankee organization. he hated getting a hit in his first at bat.
How's that?
That's what I said. Are you nuts? He said, it's just a bad omen. If I get a hit my first at bat, it means I'm not getting any more that night. I said, you're crazy.
Did he make it to the big leagues?
No.
Well, there you go. 1-0 missed inside, 2-0.
And this was in Double-A, and he was a 300 hitter in Double-A. Good player. And I said, man, I get a hit my first at bat. It is off to the races.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good night.
Two-0 pitch to Eddie. That's hit hard to right field, down for a base hit. Eddie's got his first base hit of the night, and that's the first base hit of the ball game. 2-out single. That'll bring Vaughn Grissom up to the plate. To me, that would be like if I were a salesman and I got a sale on the first call that I made of the day. It's going to be a good day. You want to clean up.
Right. I never understood that thought process.
Vaughn Grissom looking for a base hit. He was 0 for 3 last night. No score, bottom of the second. Runner at first and 2 down. Vaughn gripping the bat with all red batting gloves, and the pitch on the way. Missed high, 1 ball, no strikes. "21 years old out of Oviedo, Florida. Another 21-year-old on deck, and Michael Harris. 1 ball and no strikes on Vaughn Grissom. Waves the bat, pitch on the way. There's a called strike. Got the slider over, so Vaughn gets his first look at that slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christian Javier on the stretch for the first time. And the 1-1 pitch. A lunge and a miss. Went back to the slider, 1-2. If Vaughn can reach, then Harris would come to the plate. Braves have had a lot of success with the bottom of their order, especially lately. Pick off first base, back in standing Rosario. We've talked about those RBI numbers for the order top to bottom and all the production. 9th spot of the Braves lineup. Leads the majors in OPS, homers, RBIs, and runs scored from 9 spots. 7 and 8 haven't been that bad either. 1-2, hammered to left field. McCormick over to the track, and he'll run it down just shy of the wall. Well, he had his mind made on trying to find that lower wall right in front of the Astros bullpen. Couldn't quite get enough juice on it to get it there. And that'll end the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2. We head to the top of the third. No score. Braves and Astros scoreless into the top of the third inning. With the Astros in town, obviously a great opportunity to reflect back on last year's World Series as the Braves beat the Astros in 6 games. And it's been fun in between innings to see highlights of the World Series from last year, and a great opportunity to reminisce about that. And what I love so much is the individual interviews that the Braves put up on the video screen of guys talking about what that moment meant for them individually.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So cool. And just their overwhelmed nature as they look back on everything they accomplished last season. Here's Jeremy Pena, and he'll take a called strike. The last 3 World Series clinchers the Braves have had one thing in common. They've all been shutouts. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Pena. That's outside. Braves won last year 7-0 in Game 6 of the World Series. 1995, they won Game 6 1-0. And 1957, they won Game 7 5-0. Pitch up and in, 2-1.
I'll be darned.
How about that? And the only one that's any different, the 1914 World Series, that was a sweep, and the Braves won that one 3-1. 2 balls and a strike on Jeremy Pena. Strider brings it. Low and outside. Winning pitchers in those 4 clinchers. Dick Rudolph, 1914. Lou Burdett, 1957. Tom Glavine, 95. And Max Fried last year. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Comebacker taken by Spencer on 1 hop. Underhand toss over there to first base. Olsen's got it, 1 down.
Lou Burdett, as I recall, had a fabulous World Series. I think he won 3 games.
That was a great World Series. Obviously one that I wasn't around for, but I really enjoyed going back and studying that World Series.
Oh, I wasn't either.
I mean, you were, what, a couple years old?
I was
57?
I was not yet 6 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fun one to read about. Here's Chas McCormick. Ball outside. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. And now you can get up to 5 lines of Xfinity talk and text included at no additional cost. Call, click, or visit at Xfinity store today. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss at a fastball. 99 on the gun with that heater from Spencer Strider. He's retired 7 straight. Got a 1-1 count on McCormick. Right-handed hitting outfielder. Another hack and a miss at a fastball. 1-2. Spencer eyeing his 5th strikeout of the ball game. 1-2 pitch on the way. That'll be fouled off. Into the 3rd deck. Nothing but gas from Spencer Strider. 4 straight fastballs to McCormick. Shift on the left side of the infield. 1-2 pitch on the way. Lifted to right. Acuna coming in. He's got it in his sights. Makes the catch out there in right field. 2 down. That'll bring Jake Myers up to the plate. You know, one thing that makes me laugh thinking about that World Series.
What's that?
Our walk-off interviews we were doing after Game 6, and you're down there in the dugout. And, I mean, guy, it was controlled chaos is what it was.
And I was just grabbing guys, yeah.
That was so much fun. Jake Myers takes the ball high.
And most of them were confetti covered.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They were just so proud and so happy and so giddy. Hugging, slapping, high-fiving.
1-0 pitch on the way. That's outside. Well, the funny thing, I was still in the booth, and you're down there in the dugout. So I'm sending it down to you. You got a player. You might have that guy for 4 seconds. You might have him for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And then there's another guy that was in there.
Yeah.
And then another guy. And it was so great. 2 balls and no strikes on Jake Myers. Strider's pitch. There's a strike. Got a fastball over.
And I wanted to get on as many guys as I could because I knew our fans wanted to hear from as many as they could. And I had to make sure that I didn't insult the guy I was talking to and say, okay, good enough with you. Okay, I got to get to this other guy.
Right. Two on, swung on and missed. 2-2. That was 100 right at the top of the zone. And there was a lot of wetting of whistles in that moment as we're celebrating. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Spencer's pitch on the way. Strike 3. Fastball 100. 9 up and 9 down for Spencer Strider with 5 strikeouts. See if the Braves can get him some runs as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. No score in Atlanta. Hey, folks, did you hear? The one and only Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is back to spice up your mornings. Stop by and enjoy a spicy chicken biscuit Monday morning or order ahead through the Chick-fil-A app. That'll be served till 10:30 a.m. Michael Harris to lead it off for the Braves. Had 1 base hit last night. Puts his sights on Christian Javier for the first time on the pitch on the way from the right-hander. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
So far to the lefties, some slow off-speed stuff on the first pitch. Somebody should make note.
One 1-0 pitch. That's in for a strike. Under his hands with a fastball, 94, 1-1. 1-1 to Harris. Cracked foul. That was a curveball. So a 1-2 count on Michael. Well, at this point, Spencer Strider has been brilliant. 9 up, 9 down, 5 strikeouts, all 5 swinging. And with the stuff that he's got tonight, hopefully the Braves can get him some runs. It's the 3rd inning last night where the Braves finally scored. There's a pop-up over towards third base. Bregman, who is in the shift playing where the shortstop would normally stand, over to his right, makes the catch just back of the infield cutout down the left field line. One down for Houston native Robbie Grossman. Robbie 0 for 4 last night. Good story earlier today from Dave O'Brien. There's a ball low. I take that back. A late called strike on Grossman. About some of the things that Robbie has changed with his swing since coming from Detroit. Braves get him in the trade. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way. That misses high, 1-1. And there are a few things that they wanted him to change up, and he's done that, and he feels a lot more comfortable here in Atlanta with some of the adjustments that he's made. Well, that's really been displayed with the numbers that he's put up.
Especially this homestand.
1-1 slider misses. 2 balls and a strike. Robbie only hit a couple home runs in his last however many months there in Detroit. Already hit 2 as a Brave. This one's lifted. Foul ground on the left field line, reaching for the stands, and that's a foul ball.
What I'm noticing here about Javier is that he's using a lot of that off-speed stuff on the left-handers early and then heating it up, and they're a little late. Harris was jammed badly on his pop-up to third, and Grossman was late there.
There's a 2-2 pitch. Cranked to right, down the line, maybe out of here. That is a foul ball.
Man.
Wow. Right down the right field line and just outside the foul pole. I say maybe 2 seats to the foul side of the pole.
Yeah, he wasn't late on that one.
When you climb in and you get what you're talking about a moment ago with Javier, is that something you just need to see one time and you feel like you can make up for it?
To some extent, yes.
2-2 swung on and missed at a slider, strike 3.
But his breaking stuff's really good, as demonstrated right there. And when the count is even or you're behind, you've still got to allow for the fastball. You've got to hit the fastball, and if he throws the off-speed stuff, adjust to it, and it's tough. That's why his ERA is under 3.
We're only in the 3rd inning, but you'd look at the first 3 innings and say this is really a microcosm of his season. He pitches well. He has no run support.
Right. Let's see how the Braves do second time through.
No score, bottom of the 3rd. Acuna takes a ball low and outside.
You mentioned the outings in the World Series, 3 different one-inning stints. Some of the guys wouldn't have seen him.
Yeah.
He might have faced the same guys over and over.
1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. Acuna fouls that one off just to our right. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ronald. No score here in the 3rd inning. Javier took the loss in one of those games in the World Series. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside. That was game 4. Astros scored 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 4th. That was the night that on the other side of things, Kyle Wright had his breakout party. So he went 4 2/3. But it was 2-0 Astros in that ball game. Going to the 6th inning, Braves got 1 run in the 6th. And then Javier was on in the 7th inning. The Braves had back-to-back home runs from Dansby Swanson and Jorge Soler. 2-2 and a drive way up into the air, way back to center field. At the wall, Myers, and at the wall makes the catch. Man, that was hit high. And to the deepest part of the ballpark. Myers had no more room behind him. And down go the Braves 1-2-3 in the 3rd. We head to the top of the 4th inning, no score.
10 a.m. right here on the Fan.
Astros nothing, Braves nothing as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Last night's crowd, 42,837, a sellout. They said 5th largest crowd in Truist Park history. We might have more than that tonight.
I think we might have. You know, last night with, 20, 30 minutes before game time, we were kind of thinking, wow, I thought there'd be more people here tonight. Well, they did. They came, and they were just a little late getting here on Friday afternoon traffic.
Might have been out there in the battery for an inning or so.
Yeah. I know I would be. That's what I'd do.
Mm-hmm. Ease your way in. Yeah, this place is jammed tonight. Really pretty night here at the ballpark. Strider goes back to work. First pitch a called strike on Jose Altuve. Certainly has not felt like the end of August here these last few ball games. Been very comfortable. Altuve with a big lumbering hack and a miss at a slider. He's down 0-2. No score here in the 4th.
Medical report on Alvarez pretty good, that they kept him for observation, but not overnight. They sent him home from the hospital last night.
2 to Altuve. Low and away.
And he will probably be in the lineup tomorrow for the Astros. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a really good sign. That was scary last night. Shortness of breath and felt ill, sent to the hospital. Yordan Alvarez. 1-2 pitch on the way. Boy, that looked like a good pitch. Just missed outside, I guess. 2-2 and Altuve. Came out of the ball game last night talking about Alvarez. Dubon took over in center field. Then he had to come out after he collided with the outfield wall. Apparently he's available tonight. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Touched the slider. And a 2-2 count still in Altuve.
Doesn't it look like to you, Ben, that Strider is just enjoying every minute of this?
Mm-hmm.
There's no downtrodden look in a bad inning. There's no over-the-top excitement with a good inning. He's just steady as she goes.
Mm-hmm. As cool as they come, especially for a 23-year-old rookie. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball to third. That'll be gobbled up by Austin Riley. Strong throw across the diamond, 1 down. I think the most uncanny thing about Strider, this is a major statement for a guy who throws 100 miles an hour, but the thing that blows me away the most is his composure, is his mentality. You feel like for a 23-year-old, the game's going to speed up. He's going to show signs of emotion. He's going to look rushed, because you see that all the time from young pitchers. That's the way that it goes. We've not seen that one time out of Spencer.
No.
He was heated after that one outing versus the Mets. That's fouled back. But he never looked overwhelmed. Nothing like that.
And never looked frustrated or flustered. He just kept pitching.
I would not want to sit down at the same poker table as Spencer Strider.
No. Well, I'd just be eyeing his mustache.
As he took all your meal money.
Yeah.
Slider misses. 1 ball and a strike on Yuli Gurriel. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Braves. 1-1 fouled back. Fastball 99 that he barely got a stitch of, and a 1-2 count. Flags barely moving out in right center field. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gurriel. Wind up in the pitch. Missed outside with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count 2-2 on Yuli Gurriel. 38-year-old Cuban veteran hitting .244 on the year. Batting champion last year when he hit .319. 2-2. Man, doesn't get the call there either.
Well, those last two have both been very close.
Missed the outside corner with a fastball on 1-2, and then missed with the slider on 2-2. So now a 3-2 count on Gurriel. See if he goes back to the heat here. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he threw the bat, and everything was missed by Gurriel there. The bat came out of his hands on the swing and miss and ended up on the grass between first and third. We saw that happen back in the first inning.
You know what he did there? In my estimation, he got caught looking for a slider. 3-2. Got the heat, and then he's like, uh-oh. Threw the bat at it.
You want to talk about making a guy look bad. Got him throwing his bat across the infield as he strikes out.
He didn't even get to drag his bat back to the dugout. Empty-handed.
6 strikeouts for Spencer. Kyle Tucker, the batter. Swings to the first pitch, fouls back a slider. Picked that back a fastball. Kyle Tucker hit a home run last night. He also had a double. It was the best thing they had going at the plate last night. Tall, lean, left-handed hitter, 25 years old, from Tampa, Florida. A 1-line foul. And that's into the seats of the lower bowl down the left field line.
I think this guy may be one of the most underrated players in the game. He's a good outfielder with a good arm. Threw out a runner at the plate last night from right field. And he does everything well offensively. Oh, yeah, he's got 18 stolen bases, too.
0-2 pitch. Low and in. Yeah, you're right. He does everything well. And a big part of that is maybe he's not the biggest star on his own team.
That's exactly it.
But a really good ball player. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases empty. The pitch on the way from Spencer. Missed low, kicked away from William Contreras on a 2-2 count.
There are a ton of Astros fans here for this series. And today in the Battery, walking around, fans wearing their Astros gear. And of course, you're going to see a lot of Altuve jerseys, once in a while a Verlander. But I saw a ton of jerseys wearing number 30 for Tucker.
Makes sense.
Very popular.
Again, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again. It's a team that lost Carlos Correa as he signed with the Twins. Michael Brantley, who's such a great hitter, he's out for the rest of the year as he had shoulder surgery. But still lots of firepower in that lineup. Best record in the American League. 2-2 pitch. Tapper up the third base line. It's got to be Spencer. No one. He bare hands fires over. Not in time. Braves are in a shift. And the only man within a country mile of that ground ball was Spencer.
He was so late on that pitch that when he made contact, it went straight down into home plate. And that's why it bounced out as far as it did. If it hits the dirt, it doesn't go anywhere, and either Contreras or Strider can throw him out. Instead, he just bounced it off the plate out to shallow third, toward third base for a hit. Yuck.
That's definitely a tough luck single against Spencer. It's a blessing from the heavens for Tucker. Get a base hit like that. Here's Alex Bregman. No score in the fourth. Bregman hits one deep to right. Acuna going back to the track. Acuna shy of the wall, makes the catch, and that's out number 3. Second time that Bregman has taken Strider to the warning track, but not over the wall. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still no score in Atlanta. 2-3-4 for the Braves in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a scoreless ball game. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Ben, Joe, and Jay Chad with you. With about 42,000 of our closest friends here this evening on a Saturday night. Dansby 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. He'll be followed by Riley, then Olsen. Both teams have one base hit. And that has been it. Pitch on the way from Javier. Called strike on Dansby. Mets and Phillies playing a doubleheader today. Mets won game 1 8-2 over the Phillies. And game 2 is tied 1 apiece in the bottom of the third. 1 low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So they hammered Nola last night, Wheeler today, right? Talking about the Mets.
Yeah.
One missed inside, 2-1. So technically the Braves 4 games back of the Mets as of right now. Be nice if the Phillies could do the Braves a favor and win a ball game there in Philly tonight. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Dansby. That's a little low, 3-1.
Visconti's a little tight for both pitchers. That was a ball, but it was close. Could have been called a strike, borderline. Same thing with Strider in the top half of the inning.
Three balls and a strike on Dansby. 3 Astros on the left side of the infield. Pitch on the way, and there's a called strike as Dansby is walking up the first base line.
I'll wait to see a replay, but it looked good from here. We're only about 300 feet away. Yeah, that was there.
Right at the bottom of the zone. Counted 3-2 on Dansby. Here's the payoff pitch. That's taken for ball 4. Went fastball away and missed the outside edge of the plate. Leadoff walk, and here's Austin Riley. Riley, one of 3 strikeout victims for Christian Javier to this point. Spencer Strider with 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. Astros stay in a shift with Altuve on the left side of the infield with Pena and Bregman. Javier right at the belt. Pitch on the way. Missed a little bit high with the fastball. Riley's got the average at 291. Awaits the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. He swings the wood and lifts one to right center field. Jake Myers is under it. Makes the catch out in right center field. Medium depth. And back to first base, Dansby Swanson. It'll put the bat in the hands of Matt Olson. Matt 0 for 1 with a ground out. Sitting on 25 home runs for the season. 40 games left after tonight. You probably feel pretty good about him reaching the 30 home run club. 5 away from that total. Takes the ball low and in. Bregman, the only Astro on the left side of the infield. Javier at 55 pitches, 32 strikes. There goes Dansby. 1-0 pitch is a ball. No throw down.
Great jump. Tremendous. Vasquez has a good arm. Not quite up to Martin Maldonado's arm strength. But Dansby he was leaning and had a great start.
Dansby just picked him apart right there. He steals second. He's in scoring position now with one down. And a 2-0 count on Matt Olson. Chance to make something happen right here. On a 2-0 pitch. A swing and a miss. Big swing of that slider.
Stolen base number 16 for Dansby.
First time all night that anyone has been standing on second base. Dansby with a walk and then a stolen base. 2-1 pitch. Touches the outside corner. Got the slider over. Count even 2-2. If you're Matt Olson, hard to expect anything other than a slider, I'm sure. He's seen 4 straight. Which definitely can't come off of that fastball.
No.
Two-two pitch. That's popped up. Medium depth center field. Jake Myers under it. And he winds his way to it, makes the catch, and Dansby has to keep it in park at second base. Just missed that. That was a hanger right down the middle of the plate. Matt gets under it, and he knew it. 2 down, runner at second. The good news is the Braves have had a long list of 2-out RBIs this homestand. And to be quite honest, that's been a trend they've had all year. Show me a team that's good with 2 down. I'll show you a really good ball club. And the Braves have been that this season. Looking for a 2-out base hit right here from Contreras. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss at a slider low and away.
He had a good swing at that slider like he was looking at it, looking for it. You know, Brian Snitker addressed that 2 nights ago in his show about the 2-out clutch hitting the Braves have had, and he said it's just a mindset with this club. They don't give in on any pitch or any count, regardless of how many outs there are.
Well, 1 misses low. Yeah, the Braves lead Major League Baseball in that department. 2-out base hits. They have 1 more than the Dodgers do. As the Braves have 247 2-out base hits this year. Ball and a strike. Dansby takes a lead at second base. And a 1-1 pitch. Check swing, you went 1-2. Really fooled him with that slider. No score, bottom of the 4th. Contreras trying to change that, but he's looking at a 1-2 count. Christian Javier set right at the belt. 1-2, ground ball out to short. That is bobbled by Pena, and he can't come up with it. That went right up his left arm. He trapped it up against his torso and his rib cage, and then it dropped down behind him onto the dirt. Dansby to third, Contreras to first, and that'll extend the inning for Eddie Rosario.
He was in front of it. It just came up on him. He's really been an excellent replacement for Correa at shortstop. But that's his 14th error. Wow. By comparison, Swanson's made 8.
Talented young ball player, but looking for polish, I'm sure, at that age. So the bat in the hands of Eddie Rosario. First and third, 2 down. First pitch on the way to Eddie. Missed the outside corner with a slider. Eddie had a 2-out base hit to right field back in the second inning. Hit it just beyond the shift and just in front of Kyle Tucker and right. Perfectly placed and looking to do that again. 1 ball and no strikes on Rosario. Pitch on the way. Snap throw down to third base. And Dansby back in there with a dive. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Rosario.
That was close. You don't see too many pickoff attempts at third base, but that was a design play. Bregman and Vasquez already working on that.
They've got 2 catchers who love to throw, don't they?
Yes.
Ball and a strike on Rosario. Contreras at first. Swanson at third. 1-1 pitch on the way. A big swing and a miss at a slider. He was way out on his front foot and a 1-2 count now.
Alec Bohm, 2-run double. Phillies have taken a lead 3-1 over the Mets. Still early.
That's good news. Braves looking for some good news right here. Base hit would crack the scoreboard for the first time. And a 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss at a slider. Eddie strikes out. And the Braves strand runners at first and third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. 4 in the books. We head to the top of the 5th inning. No score. Into the top of the 5th inning. Neither team has been able to scratch across a run yet. It'll be Mancini, Vasquez, and Pena for Houston, and Joe Simpson going for us.
Thank you, Ben. When flavor's what you're after, folks, Braves fans turn to the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Bring the heat. Pitchers duel going on here through 4. Braves with 1 hit. And the Astros with 1 hit. The Astros hit by Tucker, a little swinging bunt down the third baseline last inning. Strider's retired 12 of 13. 6 strikeouts. Trey Mancini leads off. Swing and a miss. 59 pitches for Strider, 38 strikes. Straight up defensively for Mancini, and the pitch right there, but called ball 1. 1-1. Very tight zone tonight. Spencer fires. And a strike call. Hey. 1-2 the count. Charlie Morton against Jose Urquidy tomorrow. First pitch, 1:35. 1-2 pitch. Slider missed, 2-1. Make it 2-2. That'll be the last game of the homestand. One that thus far has been very successful for Atlanta. 4-1. 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to right field, not very deep. Acuna now coming in, now racing in, and he'll make the catch. Looked like he was running real well there. It's like he was favoring his leg a little bit.
A little hobble there.
Yeah. And came to a stop in foul territory, hobbling a little. Christian Vasquez struck out his first time up. Came over from Boston. The Astros sent a couple of minor leaguers to the Red Sox for him. Wind in the pitch. Strike call. Jeremy Pena waits on deck. 1 out, nobody on. No score. 5th inning from Truist Park. Packed house. The 0-1. Lazy swing at a breaking ball. Fooled him all the way. 0-2. Spencer now with 148 strikeouts in 98 innings. The 0-2 lays off a slider outside, a ball and 2 strikes.
Going back to Acuna, just watching a video from his first inning AB where on a foul ball, it kind of hobbled 2 or 3 times with his right foot up in the air, favoring the knee. Could have been a slight tweak on the foul ball.
Huh. Hope not. Hope it wasn't serious. He's still out there. But it was noticeable chasing that foul ball, or that fly out rather. Swing and a miss. Got him with some 98 gas. Vasquez strikes out for the second time. That's 7 for Strider. And the batter will be Pena. May it hit into a comebacker out his first time up. All of the strikeouts have been swinging. Winding the pitch to the shortstop. A little high, ball one. Tell you, Pena's pretty solid. He's no skinny kid playing shortstop. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And you say he went to the University of Maine.
Yes, University of Maine.
You know, they went to the World Series a couple of times. The Maine Bears. Remember Billy Swift? Right-handed pitcher. That's where he went. 1-1. Outside 2-1. Billy Swift was one of like 18 kids in his family.
Really?
I don't mean one of 18 on their team.
I was about to say, did all of them go play ball at Maine?
No. I think that was the number.
My gosh.
It's awfully cold in Maine in the wintertime.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch. Just off the plate outside. 3-1.
Jeremy Pena, they list him at 6 feet 202. His dad, Geronimo, 6'1", 170.
Yeah.
Now, he's bigger than his dad.
Jazz McCormick waits on deck. 3-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air to right field. Pretty deep. Acuna going back on the track at the wall. And that ball is gone. Or is it? Yeah, home run. It rolled back onto the field of play, landed in the front row and came back. But Pena goes the other way and hits one out of here. His 16th homer. 1-0 Houston. Got a fastball and barreled it. All the balls they've hit well tonight, Ben, have been to right field.
Yeah, they have. And to be honest, the two that Bregman hit, I thought were hit better than that one was. But that's the one that leaves.
McCormick takes outside, ball one. 6th home run of the year allowed by Strider. The 2nd one at Truist Park. So Pena certainly atones for the error he committed in the bottom of the 4th. As McCormick takes outside, ball 2. That fly ball didn't even make it to the first row. It hit into that grassy area right above the fence, above the brick wall in right field, and then rolled back. Foul ball by McCormick, 2-1.
That went 385 feet, came off of his bat at 99 miles an hour. Definitely all about where you hit him. That ball that Acuna hit to straightaway center went 404, came off his bat at 107, but was an out.
It was an out. 2 out, nobody on. The pitch to McCormick. Called strike, 2-2. Astros 58-15 when they score first. The 2-2. Laid off a slider. Full count. A few more pitches this inning for Spencer. And he's gone to a full count on McCormick with Jake Myers on deck. Shift to the left for McCormick, a right-handed hitter. And the pitch. In the dirt, he walked him. That was nowhere near. And it was a slider in the dirt. First walk of the night for Spencer. Got 2 outs and then a home run and now a walk. Jake Myers fanned his first time. William Contreras out to the mound to give Strider a breather. Some other finals for you, day games. Toronto beat the Stankies again, 5-2. Detroit over the Angels 4-3. Boston beat Baltimore at Camden Yards 4-3. Tampa Bay 5-2 over Kansas City. Over in St. Pete. From the stretch, the pitch. High ball one. Cubs beat Milwaukee again, 6-5 in 11 innings. Brewers really fading. McCormick leads from first. And the 1-0 pitch. Nowhere near, ball two. All of a sudden, the plate bouncing around on Strider. Myers was the third center fielder used by Dusty Baker last night after illness and injuries. He got one at bat and struck out. And he struck out his first at bat tonight. Mostly straight away for Myers, a right-handed batter, in the pitch. Helmet high, ball three. I think he just said to William, he can't grip the ball. Thought I just read his lips. He's rubbing a new baseball up. He's going to the rosin, both bags. I don't know how different they are. But he's bouncing it around on the palm and on the back of his hand. But I'm pretty sure that's what he said to William.
I believe it.
So 3-0. And the pitch to Myers. Inside ball four. A home run and back-to-back walks. And Rick Kranitz is going to go out, find out what's going on. You know, he hadn't been out there long enough in any of the previous four innings to really work up a big sweat, but he has this inning.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's obviously affecting him. He keeps going to that rosin bag, just trying to keep the palm of his hand dry so he can get a good grip on the baseball.
Can you imagine the frustration of knowing you can't hang on to the baseball when you throw that hard?
Yeah. Oh, and the fear for a hitter, if you know that.
Oh, boy. Well, the worst part of all is that after the homer, you walk two, and now you got Altuve. He has flied out and grounded out. 2 for 4 last night. It's about 42,000 fans booing. They're not saying to the. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Swinging in a foul ball, third base side of the slider. Interesting thing about Altuve, as terrific a hitter as he has been in his career with batting titles, it's a ton of homers, is when you look at him, Ben, from the center field camera, he stands a mile from home plate. And yet, like on the ground ball to third, he went out and rolled over the top of a pitch. It was probably 4 or 5 inches outside.
Mm-hmm.
Open stance, the 0-1. Laid off a pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Contreras. 1-1.
When he stands that far off the plate, is he trying to bait pitchers to go the other way so he can flip it to the right side?
Oh, sure. But it's funny. He's got it all covered. He starts with an open stance and then steps almost toward first base. Waggles the bat. The 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air down the left field line, but pulled it foul and out of play.
And it's a quick bat, too.
Yeah, and that was a pitch, I think, similar to what I was talking about. I think he had to reach out and go around that one. That was just a cement mixer slider, too. That didn't have much going on. But Strider's ahead in the count. Fans trying to get behind him, help him out here. 2 on, 2 out, and the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Spencer Strider bounced back after the home run and 2 walks to strike out Altuve. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Time for the Braves bats to get cracking. They trail 1-0.
Hey, it's Chris Domino, and we all win because you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball only on The Fan.
Braves down 1-0. Got to get some offense going. They had first and third, 2 out last inning. But Eddie Rosario fanned against Javier. So bottom third of the order due up, Grissom, Harris, and then Grossman. Bench, Georgia Power is investing in a more reliable power grid to deliver the carbon-free energy you need when you need it most. Grissom flied out deep to left, right in front of the Astros bullpen his first time up. 1-0 Astros, the pitch. In there for a called strike. Christian Javier fires. Fastball just missed, 95, just off the plate. 1-1. Wind in the pitch. Like he took a little off. It was a fastball. Called strike, 1-2. Boy, look at all the folks standing around the railings above the bleachers, Ben. Left field, out there next to the chop house and in the chop house. 1-2. Down low, 2-2.
How about that railing down the left field line up high above the Hank Aaron Terrace under the Coca-Cola sign? There's another railing up there, and
yes,
they're shoulder to shoulder all the way up there.
Big house tonight. The 2-2. Grissom fouls one down the right field line and out of play. I mean, you can't even see the bar in the chop house. There's so many people. They're about 5 deep up on the upstairs above the chop.
There's going to be some people who forget to close their tabs tonight.
2-2. Inside, almost hit him. 3-2. Braves got a leadoff walk last inning. That was Swanson. Stole a base. He went to third from second on an error by Pena. But then with 2 out, Rosario struck out. Here's a payoff pitch to Grissom. Swung on, belted deep left field. That might go. That's headed for the bullpen. Gone! Tie game. Vaughn Grissom. All those folks on the railing standing and cheering now. His 3rd home run and his 8th RBI.
Well, he just missed going that way back in the 2nd inning. This time he got really good wood on it, drove it out of here. And cut back in, and he brought his hands in and still got the barrel on it.
386 feet into the Houston bullpen. That hit the back wall. How about back-to-backers here? Here's Michael. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 14th home run allowed by Javier. Slight shift for Harris. Pena playing up the middle. Bregman off the line at third. The pitch outside to even the count, 1-1. I tell you, it's hard to go from the determined, scowling look that Grissom has at the plate to that ear-to-ear grin that he has in the dugout when he gets back. 1-1, swing and a miss.
I mean, it just shows you how much fun he really is having. Well, he's so determined out there between the lines, but he gets off the field, and you can't get the smile off his face.
No. Harris 1 for 4 with a double last night. Behind in the count here, 1-2. And the pitch fouled back, fought that off. A home run from Pena in the top of the inning for Houston. A home run by Grissom in the bottom of the inning for the Braves. Foul ball sent out of play by Harris. Still 1-2. Ben told you the Mets beat the Phillies in game 1 of their doubleheader 8-2. Phillies leading game 2 3-1. Second game in the 5th inning. Now they shift all the way to the right on Harris. Nobody in the outfield. He sends one foul down the left field line. That's on our Dynovite out-of-town scoreboard. Dynovite is an all-natural daily whole food supplement that helps support your dog's immune system, digestion, healthy skin, and shiny coat. Go to Dynovite.com and get on track to a healthy pet. DINOVITE.com. The 1-2, Harris pops one up, foul, hanging tough. Out of play. One run, 2 hits for each side. The Astros have made one error. Did not cost them anything other than a few pitches. Harris calls time as Javier takes too much of it. 81 pitches for Javier, 51 strikes. And the 1-2 got him. Swing and a miss. Curveball down low, and he went after it. Harris is 0 for 2. Five strikeouts for Javier, 1 out for Robbie Grossman, who fanned his first time. Grossman 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts last night, and he has struck out tonight. Switch hitter batting left. Slider in there for a called strike, 0-1. They do shift all the way to the right on Robbie. Altuve out in shallow right field. Another breaking pitch, swing and a miss. That's what they struck him out on his first time around. 0-2. Javier ahead in the count. Check swing, foul ball over to the Astros dugout. Outfield mostly straight away for Grossman. Braves need a base runner, but they have tied it up on the Grissom home run. Now Javier's ready, and the pitch, breaking ball, got him again. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the same pitch, exact same pitch that Harris struck out on. Six strikeouts for Javier. Strider has 8. Ronald Acuna Jr. took a called third strike in the first inning, and he's flied out right to the padding in straightaway center that was caught by Myers his last time up. 3 infielders on the left side, and the pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play. This guy's throwing a bazillion sliders tonight. He's not going to be able to wipe his nose tomorrow. Javier takes too much time. Ronald steps out. Now he's back in there. The 0-1. Curve. Called strike. 0-2. Good use of the curveball this inning after the home run by Grissom. And the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. And he checked with Clint Vondrak.
Let's see. He's at 89 pitches. And I've got him at 38 sliders. That's a lot.
Yes, it is. Dansby Swanson would be next. 1-2 the count on Acuna in the pitch. Curve. Got him looking. I mean, everybody's running off the field. The umpire hadn't even called it yet, and all the infielders were headed to the dugout, and Ronald's been over undoing his shin guard. Finally, the call comes through, and it was a called third strike. But we're going to start over. We go to the 6th. We're tied 1-1. Innings in the books. We're tied 1-1. Heart of the order for the Astros. Gurriel, Tucker, and Bregman against Spencer Strider, who has struck out 8. He's walked 2. Gave up a home run to Pena. Fortunately, the home run came first. And that was followed by a Vaughn Grissom homer for the Braves. Gurriel has struck out twice. Takes high, ball 1. Vance Napa goes all in for Atlanta with championship-level parts and service for your vehicle. It's no surprise Napa's a proud sponsor of your world champions, the Atlanta Braves. Wind in the pitch. Strike call, 1-1. Little stretching going on in the Braves bullpen. Breaking ball swung on, more like waved at and missed. 1-2 the count. Remember, in the first inning, Gurriel threw his bat at a ball and rolled it foul. And last time up, he struck out and threw his bat at the ball and missed. The 1-2 swung on, hit in the air to left center field. Grossman's got it measured. Robbie's there, and he one-hands it, 1 out. Kirby Yates begins to play a little catch in the Braves bullpen.
It's a fly out to left, but he's probably happy that he was able to make contact and still hold on to the bat.
Yeah. Tucker stands in. He had that swinging bunt hit that broke up the perfect game that had existed for 3 2/3 innings against Strider, and that extended his hitting streak to 13 games. Dangerous left-handed hitter. The pitch pulled foul on the ground. 0-1. Spawns for station identification on the Braves Network.
This is Atlanta's one and only home for Braves baseball. WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
0-1 the count, and the pitch to Tucker. Outside to even the count. Joe, Ben, and Jay Chad, glad you're with us tonight from Truist Park. Good ball game. A 1-1 tie. Pretty much what we expected from two hard-throwing right-handers. 15 strikeouts in all. Check swing. Did he go? He did not, says the third base umpire, Vic Carapazza. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on. The pitch. Roll first base side. That might stay fair, but it trickles foul before Matt Olson could get to it. You know the movie Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
All the guys that were out looking for Private Ryan. Wasn't there one named Carapazza? Do you remember?
I don't remember that. Last name, right?
Yeah. Just sounds familiar.
Let me go to IMDb.
Tucker hitting .260, 22 homers, 81 RBIs. Barely got a piece of that last pitch. Here's the 2-2. He ropes that one to right center field. Ronald's on the run, still going, and he'll track it down out in right center field. Nice running catch on a line drive hooking back to him. That saved extra bases. 2 out.
Vin Diesel's character was Private Caparzo.
Caparzo,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't you love IMDb? You ever use that?
No, I Google all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and like go to cast of Saving Private
Because you're
Ryan.
like me. You'll see somebody like, wait, he was in this with that guy.
Uh-huh. Alex Bregman's flied out deep to right twice. Hit the ball hard. Takes a slider outside, ball 1. Bregman hitting .263. Had been a hot hitter coming in. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Came in hitting .397 in the month of August. 5 homers, 17 RBIs. And was 7 for his last 19. 1 for 4 with a double last night. 98-mile-an-hour heater misses. 2-1. Bregman, a former Bayou Bengal from LSU. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the hole, deep short. It'll get through and roll into left field for a base hit for Bregman. 2-out single brings Trey Mancini to the plate. Mancini's 1 for 6 so far in the series, 0 for 2 tonight. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a foul ball straight back by Mancini, 0-1. I just saw that on a graphic that Bregman had a son August 1st. Congratulations to him, and he named him, his first name is Knox, K-N-O-X. I think that's like short for Base Knox.
That makes sense. Yeah. Base Knox Bregman.
Uh-huh. The 0-1, swung on, hit off the end of the bat, foul and out of play. Right side, 0-2.
It's funny. He had a son. Man, his numbers in August have been enormous. Similarly to what we saw for Austin Riley when he had his first son in July. And Austin's July was historically great.
Both of them third baseman. Fans trying to help Strider out. Looking for his 9th strikeout. And the pitch. Curves. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. It was such a bad pitch and a great stop, by the way, on the short hop by William Contreras. It's kind of hard to ring him up, but it looked like he stopped his swing. A 1-1 tie, top of the 6th, 2-out runner at first. And the pitch. Outside again, dug out by Contreras. 2-2. Big crowd like this, Ben. I've asked you this before, but where would you like to be sitting other than in the booth tonight if you were watching the game? Was it the Chop House?
Well, that's always a good place.
Yeah.
If I'm with my buddies, it's definitely the Chop House.
Yeah.
But watching the game, I love that angle right down the third base line.
2-2. Got him swinging. Spencer Strider with his 9th strikeout. Base hit by Bregman. He's left stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied, 1-1. Hey, guess what? Yeah, that's right. Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning in a 1-1 tie. For Braves player hits a home run this inning. Gene Long from Augusta, Georgia will win $1,900. What an appropriate name for a home run. Gene Long. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Spencer Strider getting high fives in the dugout. His night might be over after 6 outstanding innings in which he only gave up 1 run on the home run by Pena. Struck out 9. So let's see if the Braves get something going, make him a winner. Dansby Swanson will lead off the inning. Ground ball sent to third, near the bag, backhanded by Bregman. Long throw, got him. 1 pitch, 1 out. Very similar outings for these two starters tonight. Javier has struck out 7 in his 5 and the 3rd innings of work. And he's allowed only 2 hits, and one of those was a homer to Grissom. Here's Austin Riley. He has struck out, flied out. 2 for 6 with a homer in this series and takes the breaking ball for a strike. Shift to the left for Austin. The 0-1. Laid off a slider. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch hit off the end of the bat, foul behind home plate. 1-2. Fans starting their own chop and chant here, trying to get something going. Riley waits. And he waits, and now Javier delivers. Outside, ball 2. Tied at 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Astros have some action in their bullpen. Big right-hander, Abreu, beginning to toss. The 2-2 fouled off, out of play. Still 2-2. Brian Abreu is the pitcher. Astros made another move among position players before the game, right before the game. David Hensley was called up. J.J. Matajevic was sent down. Hensley's a prize prospect for them. 2-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? Nope, full count. Hensley's some giant infielder that can play all positions. He's like 6'6". Kind of makes you think of DJ LeMahieu, maybe. He had great numbers at Sugarland. Payoff pitch to Riley on the way. Swung on, lifted down the right field line behind first base. And out of play, actually over behind the Braves dugout. .98 pitches now for Javier. He's pitched a good ball game. Gene Long hoping for a long ball right here. He's from Augusta. $1,900 in the jackpot. And another payoff pitch on the way. Fouled back. Austin Riley with a good at bat. Swanson grounded out on the first pitch. But now Javier really having to work hard to get Riley. Matt Olson on deck. Here's the payoff again. Swung on, hit in the air to right field. This might be playable for Tucker in foul territory. Along the railing, he reaches, but he can't get it. He knew he was close to the rail, so he stopped and just stuck his glove out, but he couldn't reach it. He had a little more room than he thought. Oh, and it went into the screen. It's another reason he couldn't catch it. Still another 3-2 pitch to Riley. Swung on, hit up the middle, but that's where Altuve was playing. And he throws a one-hop throw to first. Second out of the inning. Olson is grounded out and flied out. 0 for 2. 1 for 5 in the series with a sacrifice fly. He and Grossman were the only two guys in the Braves lineup that had faced Javier very much, other than the guys that saw him in the World Series. Olson now 2 for 15 against him, but both hits were homers. He lays off a pitch down and end ball 1. Robbie Grossman 2 for 5 in his career. One of those hits was a homer. Shift to the right on Olson. Breaking ball, curveball in there for a strike. 1-1. If Olson can homer here, he'd give the Braves the lead. It would be his 26th of the year and make a winner out of Gene Long from Augusta. The pitch. Rolled foul, first base side. Javier, for the most part tonight, Ben has done a good job of getting ahead in the count.
Worked ahead, and you know what's interesting is we've seen some very confused faces down there as well. Especially after that slider.
It's a good point. The 1-2 to Olson. High. His fastball still at 94. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tied 1-1 in the 6th. The step back, the delivery, swing and a miss, and a curveball. He's got his 8th strikeout of the night. And if Javier's night is over, he's had a very good night. We go to the 7th, still tied 1-1. KY Kirby Yates is back in the ball game out of the bullpen. This will be his 5th appearance. He'd like to have a good inning. He's given up runs in 2 of the last 3 outings he's had, but he's had 3 days off. 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs total for the year. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Spencer Strider will get a no decision. 6 innings, a 3-hit ball. Gave up the run on the home run to Pena. Walked 2, struck out 9. So, we got a tie game, which is kind of like starting over with 3 innings to go. What do you say, Ben Ingram?
I say maybe some late runs, maybe even a walk-off. You never know.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, both teams have 1 run on a solo home run from the 7-hole hitter. And they both came in the 5th inning. They really mirrored each other tonight. Vasquez, Pena, and McCormick for the Astros here in the top of the 7th inning. This is Yates' 5th ball game. Slowly coming into form. First pitch missed a little bit high to Vasquez. 1 ball, no strikes.
Tonight's attendance is 42,893.
Bigger crowd than last night.
4-2 893. The 30th sellout of the season. 30.
Ball and no strikes on Vasquez. 30th sellout of the season. Take that back. 31st sellout of the season.
It's also the 4th largest regular season game in Truist Park history.
1 ball and no strikes on Vasquez. And a swing and a miss, 1-1. 4th largest crowd in Truist Park history. Last night, the 5th. 42,893. And I'm telling you, they're looking for the same thing we are, and that's a late rally by the Braves. Get some dramatics late, pick up a win, take the series. Ball and a strike on Vasquez. Pitch from Yates, and that's fouled off over towards the Astros dugout. Braves in the bottom of the inning. We'll have Contreras, Rosario, and Grissom. 1 run on 3 hits for the Astros, 1 run on 2 hits for the Braves. Yates taking his time, the right-hander. Set right at the letters. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside. Move Vasquez out of the way. Astros wearing a 60th anniversary patch on their sleeves this season. 60 years. They were established in 1962 as the Houston Colt 45s. They're an expansion team the same year the Mets were.
Interesting, their AAA team that year was in Oklahoma City and was for many years.
2-2 pitch. Foul back.
I went to a lot of games at All Sports Stadium in Oklahoma City. So the Colt 45's AAA team was the Oklahoma City 89ers.
Really?
Uh-huh. Commemorating the land run in Oklahoma of 1889.
They were the Colt 45s for 3 seasons and became the Astros in 65. And that's what they've been ever since. Originally a National League team. 2-2 on the way. Ground ball out to third. Riley's got it. No problem there. And a good throw is out number 1. Major Leagues went to division play in 69. They were in the NL West with the Braves for a while. And then went to the Central of the National League. They were there from 94 through 2012. And then they changed leagues and went to the American League West.
That was a weird one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what their AAA team is called now? They're at Sugarland.
Is that the Skeeters?
Not anymore.
They changed?
I think so.
Pitch on the way to Jeremy Pena. Swung on miss. What is it?
Space Cowboys.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a really
That's
good one.
what some people call them.
Yeah, that's very clever. Very unique. No balls and a strike on Pena. Ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. I know we've said before, if you went back in time and brought players from 100 years ago to this era of baseball, I think another thing they'd be shocked to hear about would be teams changing leagues like the Brewers and the Astros have done.
Yeah.
It was such a rivalry for so many years, especially so many years back. AL versus NL. 1-1. Pena takes a ball low. And they'd be blown away by free agency.
Yeah, they'd say the same thing that I always said, born too early.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Yeah, because some of the players make more now than it cost to build a stadium back then. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good splitter, 2-2. Did you play many games in the Astrodome?
Yeah, quite a few, actually.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Pena. A 1-1 game. We're at the top of the 7th. Base is empty, 1 out. 2-2, swung on, missed. Strike 3. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Did you feel like it had to be hit out of a cannon to get it out of the ballpark?
Pretty much, especially from gap to gap. There's no way.
Yeah.
You better pull it down the lines. When Don pitched for the Astros, he talked a lot about throwing a lot of high fastballs and letting people hit it to center field as much as they wanted.
Yeah, just beat on it. Yeah, I remember having a conversation with Don, and he was talking about how much he enjoyed pitching there. And understandably so, you're not going to give up many bombs. Not gap to gap anyway. 1-1 game, top of the 7th for Chas McCormick. Ground ball, punch to first, taken on the short hop by Olsen. Toss to the bag, and Yates is there. Just does beat McCormick. He was boogieing down the line. And down go the Astros, 1-2-3 in the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, still a 1-1 ball game.
In July of 2021, odds makers gave the Braves a 0.3% chance of winning the World Series. But they made a remarkable comeback, winning the championship. In a similar way, when Jesus died on the cross, it looked like hope was lost. But 3 days later, he rose from the grave, conquering sin and death. His resurrection is the greatest comeback the world has ever known. This is Bryant Wright, speaking right from my heart.
To subscribe to Devotions, visit rightfromtheheart.org.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making $50 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians, Local 72, has immediate opportunities in the Atlanta area. Top-level pay, excellent benefits and retirement, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. If your employer's not paying for your insurance and benefits, or if you're not making what you're worth, we want to talk to you. Visit ua72.org/join us, or call 404-373-5778 today.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Cortland is here to help you find your new home. And with more than 25 communities in the Atlanta area, we're in more locations than a well-thrown knuckleball. Visit Cortland.com to explore next-level apartment living near you.
Braves country, it's Clay Travis, fellow Braves fan. This is Atlanta's one and only home for Braves baseball, The Fan, and the 680 The Fan app.
Well, the night is over for Javier. He pitched brilliantly. 6 strong innings. He struck out 8. Only gave up the 1 run on the home run to Grissom. And now the Astros turn it over to their bullpen, and the first man out of the pen is Brian Abreu. Throws hard. 96-99. A lot of sliders and curveballs. He's had a terrific year out of their pen. 36 games. He's 4-0 with a 2.34 ERA. 64 strikeouts, 18 walks in 42 innings. So he's had it working pretty good. He's only given up 1 home run. That's pretty impressive.
Good work for him. He'll face Contreras, Rosario, and Grissom. A 1-1 game in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch on the way from Abreu. That'll miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. Braves fans know a thing or two about flavor. That's why the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Perfect for everything. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Bring the heat. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Contreras. Ground ball out to third. That'll be taken by Bregman. Good pick. Good throw. 1 down. One out here in the 7th inning for Eddie Rosario. Eddie 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. His strikeout is probably the best opportunity the Braves have had outside of that home run by Grissom. The Braves had first and third with 2 down in the 4th inning. Rosario struck out. Since then, the Braves have had the 1 base runner. That was a homer by Grissom.
You won't see a right-hander make Rosario look any worse than he did his last at-bat with that breaking stuff.
Eddie faces a shift here. Take a ball low and in. Braves have Mentor tossing in the bullpen. And if we see him in the 8th, he will see 9, 1, and 2 in the Astro order. A run on 3 hits and an error for Houston. A run on 2 hits, no errors for the Braves. Both runs were scored in the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They have given him a ton of sliders tonight. Be it Javier and now Abreu, just a very steady diet of sliders for Eddie. One pitch. Out back, 1-2. Folks out there in the chop house just spilling out of that opening right there in the middle of the chop house. They'd love to see a ball bounce in there right about now. Upper deck is slammed out there. Tell you what, everything in this ballpark is slammed right now.
It is.
1-2 to Eddie. Missed down, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vaughn Grissom on deck. He's responsible for the only Brave run of the game, as he popped a homer back in the 5th inning. Two balls and 2 strikes on Rosario. Astros still in a shift. 2-2 on the way. Comebacker knocked down on a leap by the pitcher Abreu. He snow cones it and throws to first base. Now, if it bounces over him, still had a couple of guys there who could have made the play, but at least made it tough on him up the middle. It's a really nice play by Abreu. 2 down for Vaughn Grissom. Back in the 5th inning, he had our truest play of the game. The home run to tie the game from the 21-year-old. That was brought to you by Truist, official bank of the Atlanta Braves. No wind at all in the ballpark. A 1-1 score, bottom of the 7th. Vaughn cranks one past a diving Jose Altuve and a base hit into right center. He's heading for second. Now he throws on the brakes. Goes back to the bag at first, and the ball trickles away, but he'll get on it on the infield grass. That throw in from right center field was knocked down by Pena, but kicked off of his glove and rolled across the infield grass.
Did that go off the pitcher's glove? No. Watching the replay.
He had a huge turnaround first, and the second that Jake Myers got his glove on it, he slipped to the grass. And that's when Grissom thought about second base, but Myers popped up quickly, got it in, and that sent Grissom back to first base. Runner at first, 2 down for Michael Harris.
Let's get a little 21 club action going here.
This would be the perfect time for it. Good lead at first by Grissom. Pitch on the way to Michael. Low and inside. Well, the way that the Astros are playing right now on the right side of the infield, very similar to what the Mets were doing the other night versus Michael in that double in the 7th inning. And he was able to thread the needle in between Lindor and McNeil that night, and Grissom scored from first base. Big part of that was a 3-2 count on Harris, where Grissom was able to take off, but the wheels were really moving for Vaughn Grissom. 1-0 pitch on the way. Inside, almost hit him. Snap throw to first base and back in time. 2 balls and no strikes on Michael. Grissom had a big lead down at first base, and Vasquez wasted no time with that snap throw down to first. Now a hitter's count on Michael. Right-hander Abreu, been at the waist. Now he straightens. A lead at first base for Grissom on the 2-0 pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner. Got a slider over. 2-1 on Mike, as the Braves are looking for some production from the bottom of the order. Grissom has done his part tonight, batting 7th. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a homer. Harris and Grossman both 0 for 2. The 2-1 pitch. That drops in for a called strike. Put a curveball over. And now the Braves down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael taps the front 2 corners of the plate with his bat. Staring down the righty Abreu. Holds the bat and steadies it as it's up and down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pick off to first base, and Grissom back in with a dive. Well, you'd love for Michael to come up with a base hit. There's no doubt about that. But if you had your pick, you'd like for it to come not this pitch, but the next pitch.
Exactly. No reason to run here. Wait one more pitch, you might have a 3-2 count.
Two. Ground ball hit hard to right to the second baseman, Altuve. He's got it, throws to first, and gets the out. So the Braves get a 2-out single from Grissom. That's it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Off to the 8th we go. Still a 1-1 ball game.
Did you say you wanted some numbers? I got some numbers for you.
Yeah, give them to me.
Yeah, we're going to the top of the 8th. Kirby Yates went an inning, struck out a batter. Now, A.J. Minter's on. A.J. has been in 8 games in August, has not given up a run. That's 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 13 strikeouts. That's a pretty good month of August.
Especially for our Yanmar strikeout the side inning.
Yeah.
1-1 ball game into the top of the 8th. This is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if A.J. can strike out the side, then Blake Parsley in Smyrna, Georgia will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Yanmar, get more done, take less time. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle, visit Braves.com/Yanmar and sign up today. First pitch to Jake Myers. Outside from A.J. 1 ball, no strikes.
Does Parsley have a brother named Basil?
Yes. They're very close.
I had a feeling.
1-0 on Jake Myers. Pitch on the way from A.J. There's a strike. Got a fastball over. A.J., a lefty from Texas. One and one on Jake Myers. Obviously, winning the World Series in Houston last year was big for A.J., getting to do it in his home state. 1-1, turned on, sent foul. Another thing about A.J. is growing up, he played a lot of football and baseball. And his senior season, he decided that he was going to hang up the pads. He was going to focus strictly on baseball. He knew he was going to go play college ball at Texas A&M. And his high school football team went on to win the state championship that year. And A.J. really regretted not playing football his senior year. Another part to that story I'll tell you after this 1-2 pitch. Offering on the way, missed outside. Well, A.J.'s number on the football team was number 33. Wasn't the number that he wore in baseball. And after looking back on it, sitting out his senior year and regretting it, he decided to start wearing number 33 on the baseball diamond to remind him to never have any regrets.
Well, that's cool.
And that's why he wears 33 to this day. 2-2 pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul into the third deck down the first base line. And I really think we've seen that attitude out of him over the last calendar year, Joe, because we saw him go down to AAA. And we've talked about how different he has been since he's come back up. And he's been much more in the zone, a lot more strikeouts, nowhere near the walks.
Well, there's a lot of things about that kind of option that is an eye-opener for players.
2-2 to Myers. Fouled back again.
One, you can go down there and actually work on something without it being real costly in terms of a major league game and try to get all of your mechanics and refinements ready to go back. But it's also an eye-opener from a mental standpoint that nothing's given to you and nothing's promised to you.
Right.
It's up to you to get back.
He's done that and become a big part of this Braves bullpen. The 2-2 pitch. popped up, foul ground. Acuna and Olsen in pursuit, and neither can make the play. They bump into each other down the right field line and foul ground, but that ball landed up against the sidewall.
Sometimes when you get sent down, it's a reminder, too, of how good you've got it at this level.
Yeah. This will be the 8th pitch versus Jake Myers, the 9-hole hitter. 1-1 game, top of the 8th. Minter ready to bring it. Contreras sets up at the inside corner. 2-2. Ground ball foul again down the third base line. Still a 2-2 count on Jake Myers. Just shy of 43,000 here in the house tonight. And the wave making its way down third base line, around home plate, and up the first base line. AJ looking for a good one to put right on past Myers. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Don't want to lead off walk right here. Myers has fouled off some tough pitches in this sequence. Tug of the cap for AJ as he's been at the waist, left arm hanging by his side, now straightens. This will be the 10th pitch of the battle. And the 3-2. Grounded foul again, this time towards the end of the Astros dugout. Quite the battle here between AJ and Jake Myers. AJ coming set. Cuts loose at 3-2. Popped up towards foul ground again. This will land behind the Braves dugout on the first base line. AJ's going to take a walk now. This will be pitch number 12 coming up. Now he's tried everything in his catalog. Fastball, changeup, cutter. Still not able to get one by Jake Myers. AJ nods in agreement with his catcher Contreras. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Hit in the air to center. Michael Harris is right there. Makes a chest high catch. One down. What a battle that was for the first out of the inning. One down here in the 8th inning. The only bad news about that, we will not have a winner tonight in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Blake Parsley in Smyrna, Georgia, we appreciate you playing tonight. One run and 3 hits for both teams. Only difference in the scoreboard is the errors, as the Astros have 1 and the Braves have none. A 1-1 game in the 8th. Altuve's 0 for 3. Fly out to center, ground out to third, and a strikeout. AJ goes to work against him. Huge swing and a miss. Just about toppled over going after that changeup. I don't mean to say this to pick on Altuve's size. I don't. But is it his small stature that makes the bat look so big, or does he swing one of the biggest bats on the team?
No, I think in comparison to his size.
0-1, he tries to bunt and misses. 0-2.
But it does look like about a 38-inch bat.
Yeah.
And he is right down on the knob, if not off the end of it, to make it look even longer.
Now he's down 0-2. Altuve stands in there at 5-7. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 down. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. Swung and missed. Are they saying he found it off? He got a piece.
Yeah, and it went in the dirt.
That was a cutter. Hit right off the mitt of Contreras and then stayed between his feet. At first glance, looked like a strikeout.
Sure did.
Still nothing in 2-out Tuve. He strikes him out. There's 0-2. Just about to say this crowd's going to love it. And they do. He swings and misses at a changeup. 2 down in the 8th. Yuli Gurriel is 0 for 3. Braves have done a very nice job tonight against the top 2 hitters in their order. They're a combined 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. A.J. looking for a 1-2-3 8th inning. Gurriel takes one high and outside. Phillies still leading the Mets. That's a 3-1 lead for the Phillies in the 7th inning. Well, if they hold on and the Braves can come back and win this ball game here late. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. Weakly hit. Shallow center. Dansby back. Vaughn Grissom back. And Vaughn is there. Braves second baseman makes the grab out in center field. And that'll end the top of the 8th inning. We'll see if the Braves can break up the tie and go on to win the ball game. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 1 apiece.
Rafael Montero, the next guy out of the bullpen for the Astros. Montero throws in the upper 90s. He's 4-2, a 2.59 ERA, 52 strikeouts, 18 walks in 48 innings. Abreu goes an inning, gives up a hit. But the Braves got to have some base runners. They haven't had many of those tonight.
Robbie Grossman 0 for 6 in the series. He's due to break out. Now he faces the right-hander Montero. This guy grew up near the Haitian border and didn't play much baseball until he was a teenager, and then he just took off. Right-hander, put up good numbers out of the Astros bullpen. He was originally with the Mets. Pitch on the way to Grossman, misses high.
Trying to tell me he didn't play travel ball and all-stars and
that's the rumor.
All that.
His travel ball is now, given that he's from down there. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Robbie takes one outside, 2-0. He was with the Mets, then he was acquired by the Mariners. And then the Mariners traded Kendall Graveman and Rafael Montero to the Astros for Joe Smith and Abraham Toro. You remember that deal that really fired up the Mariners last year?
Everybody ready to riot.
2-0 inside, 3-0.
Gave up their best reliever when they thought they had a chance to get to the postseason.
He was in that trade. Three balls and no strikes on Robbie. Astros in a shift. 3-0 for Montero. Ball 4. Great way to start it off. Leadoff walk here in the 8th and back to the top of the order. Ronald Acuna is 0 for 3. He just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard back in the 3rd inning. Last night, the top of the order was so good. Acuna had 2 hits. He was on 3 times. Dansby had 2 hits on 3 times. Riley 2 hits on 3 times. Now you're hoping that the top of the order can produce at least 1 run here in the bottom of the 8th. Take the lead to the 9th. Ronald patiently waving the bat. Getting a look at the right-hander Montero. Astros in a shift, 3 on the left side. Pitch on the way. Inside, knocked him back on his heels. And that's ball 5 now for Montero. Marcel Iglesias throwing in the Braves pen. A ball and no strikes on Acuna. Here it comes. And there's a strike. That was a generous call from Jensen Visconti on that fastball that barely, if any, got the outside corner.
I was going to say, don't start changing your strike zone now.
Ronald digs back in. Got a 1-1 count. Robbie Grossman, the runner at first base. A 1-1 pitch. Right there for a strike. Got the sinker over at 97. Been a great crowd all night. A good energy here in the building, but that energy starting to build a little bit more, a little bit more. A 1-2 count on Acuna. Here it comes. And that misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside of Vaughn Grissom, the Braves only have 1 base hit tonight. Vaughn's 2 for 3. The rest of the order has 1 hit, so they're definitely due. Two-two pitch. Missed high, ball 3.
Good eye, good at bat. Ronald's been walking a lot lately with a good approach, taking a lot of borderline pitches with a good eye.
Run into 3-2. Again, the right side of the infield is completely vacant. Altuve, Pena, and Bregman all set up on the left side with the first baseman Gurriel holding aboard Grossman. He could hit a 10 hopper that way and it'd get through. Runner goes 3-2, fouled back. And Grossman on the move there, and we'll see if he is again on another 3-2 count. Ron Washington down in the third base coach's box, flashing signs. Acuna examines the barrel of his bat, digs back in. A 1-1 game in the bottom of the 8th. Grossman was running on the last pitch. Gets a big lead here, and he's leaning towards second base. There he goes, 3-2, grounded foul. Sent that down the third base line. Tell you what, right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Atlanta Braves only play on the Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Braves got a leadoff walk to get things going here in the 8th inning. Runner at first, no one out, a 1-1 score. A 3-2 count on Acuna. This will be the 8th pitch that he will see in this sequence versus the right-hander Montero. There goes Robbie, 3-2, and that's ball 4. Almost hit him. Back-to-back walks. And the Braves get 2 base runners the easy way to get things going here in the 8th inning.
I don't know if they're the only team. They're going to have a meeting on the mound. Pitching coach is going to come out. I think this time it's Josh Miller. But I think the Braves are the only team in baseball without a sacrifice bunt.
Well, if you don't do it here, you're probably never going to do it, right?
Right. And you got a guy up there who can bunt in Dansby, who's having an elongated conversation with Ron Washington while the meeting on the mound is going on.
Joshua Miller walking back across the third baseline towards the dugout. Well, and furthermore, you get back-to-back walks to lead off an inning in a 1-1 game in the 8th. Obviously, you want to get one in, take the lead, but I think you start to think about, can you put together a big inning?
Well, and Brian Snitker talked about how he loves having Dansby up there in clutch situations.
See if he can come through in the clutch right here. First and second, no one out. First pitch, not bunting, swinging away, and tip that one into the mid. No balls at a strike on Dansby Swanson. Dansby ready. Waiting on Montero. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. This with a slider. Braves have been very patient here with Montero, and it's paid off with back-to-back walks. Right-hander Stanek tossing in the bullpen right now for the Astros. They might be calling him sooner rather than later. 14 pitches for Montero, 9 balls.
Tucker has a very, very good arm in right. Myers a good arm in center. Not sure about McCormick in left.
Acuna and Grossman aboard. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, missed. Fastball 98 and a 1-2 count.
It's that high fastball. It's hard to get on top of, especially at 98.
Dansby chokes up a little bit over the knob of the bat. Waves it over the plate. And now Montero steps off the rubber. Dansby stays right there in the right-hand batter's box. Grossman at second. Acuna at first. Second baseman Altuve playing up the middle. 1-2, missed off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Riley on deck. A grand opportunity right here for the Braves in the bottom of the 8th. They have not led at any point tonight. They were down 1-0 going to the 5th, tied it up there in the bottom of the 5th, and it's been 1-1 ever since. 2-2 pitch. Missed low, 3-2.
Boy, was that a good eye. Woo! Hey, look at Ron Washington. How far do you think he is from home plate?
Probably about 35 feet, 40 feet.
Max, yeah. I know he's in foul territory, but boy, is he right there.
Big pitch coming up right here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners take their leads. And here it comes to Dansby. And that's lifted towards shallow left. McCormick coming in. Pena going out. Pena under it. Makes the catch in shallow left center field. Runners have to hold. 1 down here in the 8th. Austin Riley is over 3 tonight. He was 2 for 4 last night. A .289 average with 31 homers. He's driven in 78. And if MVP seasons are made up of individual moments, he has an opportunity right here to add a big moment to that MVP resume. Acuna at first, Grossman at second, 1 out in a 1-1 ball game. First pitch to him, taken for a strike. Well, here versus Dansby and now Austin. It fastball from Montero has been located much better. Runners take their leads. 0-1 pitch. And that's sent down the right field line, but slicing foul into the lower bowl of the stadium. Austin down 0-2. After Austin, it'd be Matt Olson. Austin patiently waving the bat, waiting on Montero. Here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Slider that was nowhere close. Got a big gap out there in left center field. Myers, the center fielder, playing slightly towards right center. 1-2 pitch. Turned on, sent foul to the third base line.
That high fastball is such a good weapon when you're ahead in the count as a pitcher. Just like the pitch that he threw to Dansby and got it by him, you know, a little above his hands. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go there against Riley, but you better make sure it's up out of the zone a little bit.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball out towards short. Pena flips to second. There's one there. Over to first for Altuve, and that's 2. And a 6-4-3 double play. Back-to-back walks to lead off the inning, and then a pop out and a double play, and that ends the threat in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. So we head to the 9th, a 1-1 ball game.
Hey Atlanta, Hudson Mason here, and you can catch me and the rest of the guys on the locker room from 6 to 10 a.m. breaking down the Braves, only on The Fan.
Into the top of the 9th, it's a 1-1 ball game. Both teams scored on a solo home run by the 7-hole hitters in the 5th inning. For the Astros, that was Jeremy Pena. For the Braves, it was Vaughn Grissom. The Braves had a great chance for it there in the 8th inning. They had back-to-back walks to lead off the 8th. Then a pop out and then a double play, and that ended the threat there in the 8th. It's still A.J. Minter on the mound for the Braves as we head to the 9th inning. Tucker, Bregman, and Mancini for the Astros. 1 run on 3 hits for both teams. Braves in the bottom of the 9th will have Olson, Contreras, and Rosario due up. Well, A.J. Minter looking for another clean inning and see if his bats can get the job done in dramatic fashion in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the first pitch in the 9th to Kyle Tucker. That's fouled back. Braves had Iglesias tossing there in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's still standing out there on the bullpen mound. I think AJ's here just to face Tucker.
I think so.
Left on left here, and then it's a bunch of righties. And you could go to Iglesias after the first out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big wild wave and a miss and a cutter. And suddenly Tucker's down 0-2. No batting gloves for Tucker, just a handful of dirt that he rubs on the handle of the bat. Contreras set way up outside. 0-2, swung on, missed. I don't think there is a part of Contreras' body that was directly behind the plate as he set up for that cutter away. And that's exactly where they wanted it, and it works. And that'll be it for Tucker. 1 down here in the 9th. That'll also be it for A.J. Minter. So A.J. stays on, gets the lefty. Now the Braves go to Iglesias with the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. Base is empty, 1 down. A 1-1 game in the 9th.
Raisel Iglesias, a reliever that the Astros have seen a lot in their own division when he was with the Angels, comes on to pitch for the Braves. 1 out, nobody on. With Atlanta, Raisel has been in 8 games, no record, a 1.29 ERA, only 1 run allowed in 7 innings. He's walked 2, struck out 7. Alex Bregman, the first batter to face him, 0 for 4 in his career against him.
He's got 1 hit tonight. That was a single in the 6th inning. And that's the last time the Astros had a base runner. It was the first pitch from Iglesias. And that dropped in for a strike. Put the changeup over. 1-1 game, top of the 9th. 1 out, base is empty. Iglesias, the 4th pitcher used by Brian Snitker tonight. Strider, Yates, Minter, and Iglesias. Well, 1 is low, 1 ball at 1 strike. Not a soul has left this place. 42,893, 4th largest crowd in ballpark history. 1-1, a strike on the outside corner. Perfectly placed sinker. Ryan Presley out there in the bullpen for the Astros. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. Backhanded by Riley. Don't throw it on down the line to the ball boy. Again, Braves in the bottom of the inning will have Olson, Contreras, and Rosario.
Presley's their closer. 25 saves.
1-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner with a fastball. Pretty good place for that pitch. Now a 2-2 count on Bregman. Braves have Grissom joining Dansby and Austin on the left side. 2-2 on the way. Low and away. Went with a slider. So now the count full on Bregman. Iglesias, long look in, steps and now brings a 3-2. That's fouled off. Just didn't get a piece of a changeup. That's the pitch that he started off the sequence with and got Bregman to go after it then. Three-two pitch on the way. Came inside and got him. Went back to the changeup and hit Bregman in the right hand. Well, that's not what he wanted to do.
He's taking his helmet off.
Trainer out there checking on Bregman. Getting our first look at the replay.
It was a changeup.
Maybe on the right wrist.
Yeah, his hand was ducking under the pitch on the bat and got him maybe on the right wrist.
Yeah, that's painful. He's going to put the helmet back on and jog down to first base. And now the go-ahead run at first base with one down for Houston here in the top of the ninth inning. It's a 1-1 game.
That hurts because Iglesias was ahead of him in the count. I know that was a 3-2 pitch, but he's trying to put him away after getting ahead.
Now it's Mancini who's 0 for 3. Iglesias will go back to work right here versus Mancini. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Slider fooled him. Mancini 1 for 4 in his career versus Iglesias. Does have 3 strikeouts in his career versus Iglesias. One down, runner at first. A 1, another swing and a miss. So now try to do here versus Mancini what he could not do versus Bregman. Put him away. Nothing in 2, and the pitch on the way. Missed low. Went to the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trey Mancini.
It's a very deceptive changeup because he's got so much motion coming out of the stretch and kind of jumping at the hitter, but the ball doesn't get there like you expect it to.
Is 1-2. Missed low. 2-2. Well, he's had no problems getting to 2 strikes. Then he'll spend a few pitches trying to get him to chase. Then all of a sudden it's 2-2 and 3-2. Got to find a way to put him away. Runner at first, 1 out, a 1-1 game in the 9th. 2-2. Got him swinging. Went away with a slider. Well, certainly ball 3. That never had the strike zone.
That was another terrific play on the part of Contreras on a ball that was well off the plate that he had to reach across his body and glove.
2 down for Vasquez. A hush has fallen over this crowd of just shy of 43,000. Will get very loud if Vasquez comes out number 3 here in the 9th. Line drive up the middle and a base hit into center field. Bregman to second base, turns the corner, throws on the brakes. Well, Bregman to second, base hit by Vasquez. Now they're at first and second with 2 down for Jeremy Pena. Pena responsible for the only Astro run of the night. He hit his 16th home run of the season back in the 5th inning. It was a solo shot. Made it 1-0 Astros. Braves tied the game in the bottom of that inning when Vaughn Grissom went deep to left field.
Pena 0 for 3 against him. 2 strikeouts.
Now with 2 down and a runner at second, base hit could mean a run. Vasquez and Bregman ready to go on contact with 2 down. Pena waits. Pitch on the way from Iglesias. Inside 1-0. Pitch. Swung on, missed. Went to his changeup there. Count even 1-1. Iglesias, long look in. Right-hander brings a 1-1 pitch. That's low. Braves are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position and have stranded 5. The Astros haven't had many chances at all. 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. They've stranded 4. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Dansby has got it. Flip to second, and there's out number 3. Iglesias gets through it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. 1 run will win it. We head to the bottom of the 9th. 1 apiece in Atlanta.
Ryan Presley, the closer for the Astros, will work the bottom of the 9th. 24 out of 28 in saves. He's 3-3 with a 2.78 ERA. Another guy throws hard. Fastball, curveball, slider. 94 to 97 on his fastball. And he struck out a ton of guys this year, too. His numbers for the year: 35 innings, 45 strikeouts, only 9 walks. Braves had an opportunity last evening with a couple of walks. Couldn't get anybody in. Ben, you asked for, or called it earlier with a walk-off, late walk-off. Here you go.
Just need 1.
Yeah.
1 run wins you the ball game, wins you the series.
Ain't no big deal.
No, it's just 1 run. There's Matt Olson. He climbs in. First pitch on the way to Matt. And that's in there for a called strike. That slider right on the inside corner.
He is 0 for 7, 3 punch-outs against Presley.
He's 0 for 3 tonight, 1 for 6 in the series. And Matt is due, looking at an 0-1 count. 3 Astros on the right side, 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. This portion of the Braves' order tonight is a combined 1 for 9. The 1 was a single by Rosario in the second inning. Righty Presley on the first base side of the rubber. Leg kick of the 0-2. In the dirt. Check swing. Didn't go. 1-2. Well, he's staying low and in, which fits how they're set up on the infield. Got 3 on the right side. If he makes contact at all and sends it down the third base line, he might get 2 out of it. Now, there's no one over there. Third baseman Bregman playing with a shortstop would normally play. And a 1-2 count on Olson. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Braves had the dream beginning of an inning back in the 8th. They had back-to-back walks. Just trying to get the leadoff man on right here. The 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off. Just did get a piece of that curveball to hang alive. There's a big 12-6 curveball. Waiting on the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's fouled off. That slider fouled off of Christian Vasquez. He's going to have to hobble around a little bit. Where'd that catch him?
I think on the foot. It rolled all the way to Ronnie Washington.
Right on the inside of the right knee.
Down on that right knee. So he didn't have the full protection of his shin guard.
Still hobbling around. Presley takes his time walking back to the mound. Home plate umpire Jansen Visconti personally delivered a new baseball to pitcher Presley. And now Visconti wants some new baseballs and gets some new pearls from the bat boy. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the ninth. Matt Olson leading it off here in the ninth inning. Waiting on his 2-2 pitch. Here it comes from Presley. Fly ball to left field, coming over McCormick to the warning track, and he leaps and makes the catch of the wall. Woo! Well, that's definitely the place to try to sneak one out, no matter what side of the plate you bat from. That short wall down there. It's not for McCormick making that play. That might get out, might hit off the left field wall. Probably will hit it off the wall. But he was there, and one down for Contreras. One apiece, bottom of the ninth. Well, the bat boy running out there to the shortstop, Pena. Oh, he needed a new pitch com. The shortstop puts it in the band of his cap. Williams over 3, 2 ground outs, also reached on an error charge to Jeremy Pena. First pitch to Contreras. There's a called strike. That looked like a break for the Astros. That was a fastball down, looked a little bit too low.
Phillies have added to their lead 4-1, still batting bottom of the 8th. Jake Chad's favorite player, Rhys Hoskins, with a base hit to center. Drove in a run.
0-1 pitch. Hit in the air towards shallow right. Out goes Altuve. In comes Tucker. This will be Tucker's ball. Well, the pop out to right field is the second out here in the ninth. And either Eddie keeps it alive here in the ninth, or we play on into the 10th inning. Eddie is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in his career versus Ryan Presley. He could have base hit and extend the ball game for Vaughn Grissom, who's been the Braves' best hitter tonight. He's got the crowd on his side, that's for sure. First pitch to Eddie. Huge swing and a miss. That was that curveball again, and that thing just falls right off a table. And it disappears. No balls at a strike on Rosario. Righty-lefty matchup, 0-1. Ground ball into the shift. That'll be taken by Pena. The shortstop throws over to first base, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the ninth. So we will play on into the 10th. Nothing decided yet. It's a 1-1 game here at Truist Park.
Ever wonder how much pepperoni is too much?
It's Matt Chernoff. You can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball, only on The Fan.
Into the top of the 10th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Dylan Lee on for the Braves. He's 3-0 with a 2.31 ERA. This will be his 31st appearance of the season. Jeremy Pena will be the courtesy runner at second base for the Astros. It'll be McCormick, Myers, and Altuve for the Astros. And here's Joe.
Thanks, Ben. The Astros 3-3 in extra inning games. The Braves are 4-6. 8-9-1 due up for Houston against Dylan Lee. Austin Riley even with the bag at third. Close to the cutout. Charging from first is Matt Olson. Let's see. Not bunting. Swing and a miss. McCormick tonight has a walk sandwiched in between a fly out and a ground out. 1 for 3 last night. And the pitch. Breaking ball missed, 1-1. Pena the runner. He has 7 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. Hector Neris beginning to loosen up for the Astros in their pen. Lee, the left-hander, delivers in the dirt, bounces away from Contreras, but it's up the third base line, so Pena has to hold. Nice play by Contreras. He's had himself a heck of a game behind the dish tonight. It was about a 55-footer. Two and one to McCormick. Jake Myers on deck. Outfield straight away. And the pitch. Swung on, hit hard through the hole left side into left field, base hit. In to get it, Grossman. Moving to third, but holding there is Pena. First and third, nobody out. Jake Myers has struck out, walked, and lined out. He's 0 for 2, right-handed batter. But the Astros in prime position to take the lead. Some Astros fans making some noise, and they're getting booed out. A 1-1 tie, 10th inning. Lee steps off. Myers stepped out. Braves playing back in the infield, willing to concede the run, hoping for a double play ball. And the pitch. Squeeze? No. Pulled the bat back. He showed bunt, though. 1-0. Might have been a thought on a safety squeeze, but the pitch was high. Riley even with the bag at third. Olsen holding the runner at first. And the pitch. Swinging, line drive, out of the reach of Swanson, base hit left field. Run is in. Pena scores, and it's an RBI single for Jake Myers, and the Astros on top, 2-1. 14th RBI of the year for Myers, who was only playing tonight because of injuries and illness. Altuve, the batter. He's 0 for 4. He's fanned his last 2 times up. Shift to the left. First pitch to Altuve. He's bunting and fouls it off. He was trying to move him up. Couldn't get it down. 0-1. Altuve does not have a sacrifice bunt this year. He has grounded into 11 double plays. How about another? The 0-1 pitch, swinging and missing. Actually foul tipping it off of Contreras. 0-2. Astros have taken a 2-1 lead here in the 10th. Lee ready, checks the runners. The 0-2 in the dirt. Another good block by Contreras. 1-2 the count. $11-inning game at Chicago today, where the Cubs beat Milwaukee. Cubs got a run in the bottom of the 9th. Milwaukee had tied it. Milwaukee got 1 in the 10th. Cubs got 1 in the 10th. Milwaukee got 1 in the 11th. Cubs got 2 in the 11th to win it. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Altuve down on strikes for the third straight at bat. He's got the hat trick. Strikeout number 1 for Dylan Lee. Iglesias went 2 innings, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit a batter, and also struck 1 out, but no runs. Yuli Gurriel, the batter. He's 0 for 4 with a couple of whiffs. And the pitch. High fastball taken for a strike. Gurriel is 0 for 8 in the series. Slightly open stance, right-handed hitter. The pitch. High. 1-1. Gurriel is grounded into 10 double plays. That would be lovely. The 1-1. Fouled back. Good hack at a fastball. 1-2. McCormick, the runner at second. He had a base hit to move the runner to third. And then Myers is at first. He had a base hit to drive Pena in. The pitch. Gurriel hits one down the line. Fair ball on the chalk. That'll bounce off the short wall. McCormick's going to score. Grossman gets to it. Runners at second and third, and the Astros are up by 2. It's 3-1. That line drive landed right at the feet of third base umpire Vic Carapazza. He had a good look at it right on the chalk. Gurriel with his 35th RBI.
I think Gurriel surprised himself. Saw where that ball landed, and he was just kind of standing there and then took off.
So Tucker is the batter, second and third, 1 out. Does not look like the Braves are going to walk him. Got lefty on lefty here. And the pitch. Swung on, hit right to Dansby. Runner's going to come home. Here comes the throw. He is out at the plate. Myers tried to score on the ground ball up the middle, but it was hit into the shift, and Swanson made a quick, good throw to the plate. That saved the run, 2 out.
It's a really nice throw by Dansby because, look, you got the infield in, and just because it comes to you, that's only part of the puzzle. You still have to deliver a really good throw. And that was a perfect throw by Dansby.
So runners at first and second. And the batter is Bregman. The first pitch to him is a backdoor slider for a strike. Tucker reaches on the fielder's choice. He's at first. Gurriel still at second. Two in, 2 out. 3-1 Houston. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball right over the top. 0-2. Bregman's been on base twice. He's singled. He's been hit by a pitch. 1 out of 3. Eddie Rosario will be the runner for the Braves when we go to the bottom of the 10th. Due up Grissom, Harris, and Grossman. The 0-2. Swing and a foul ball straight back. He had Bregman reaching for that one. Charlie Morton against Jose Urquidy tomorrow. Urquidy is 11-4. Hector Neris still throwing in the Astros bullpen. Here's the 0-2. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. He didn't go. Still up there is Bregman with a 1-2 count. 42,893 here tonight. Fourth largest regular season crowd in Truist Park history. 31st sellout of the year. Most everybody's still here. The pitch. Swung on, pull foul, third base side. And sticking around, hoping for a Braves rally in the bottom of the 10th. Dylan Lee gets the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Down low, dug out by Contreras, 2-2. The infield, straight up on the left side. Grissom cheated up the middle at second. Olsen off the line at first. And the 2-2. Fouled back. Home run cut by Bregman. We'll do it again. They go to the 9th in Philadelphia. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Phillies on top 4-1. Mets won the first game 8-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him downstairs. Dylan Lee leaves a couple out there, but two men score for the Astros. And they do it on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Braves down by a couple. It's 3-1 Houston.
Bottom of the 10th. It is a 3-1 lead for the Astros. And the Braves will send up Grissom, Harris, and Grossman against the new pitcher, Hector Neris. We saw him last night. He had 1 inning of work in last night's ball game. Gave up a single, hit a batter, struck out a batter. Didn't give up any runs. And he is on for the 53rd time this season, 4-4 with a 3.31 ERA. It'll be Rosario, the runner down at second base. Take that back. That is Guillermo Heredia down at second base.
That makes sense. Remember, Rosario had some leg problems earlier in the homestand. Guillermo runs well. He would take Rosario's place. Let's see if the Braves can get a couple across to at least tie it. Grissom 2 for 3 with a homer. First pitch to him from Neris is high, ball 1. Neris, mid-90s fastball, slider, change. It's been said. A little while last night, he was lucky he didn't give up a run. He hit Riley, but Austin eventually thrown out at the plate on a base hit to right by Olsen. The 1-0. Ground ball left side. Bregman backs up, plays a good hop. Throw to first, got him, 1 out. Runner had to hold at second. Michael Harris, the second. He's due tonight. He's 0 for 3. Pop up, strikeout, ground out. Astros got 2 in the top of the 10th. Braves trying to counter the pitch. Harris takes down an end, ball 1. Been a tough, tight ball game all night. A 1-1 tie, 2 solo homers through 9. Breaking pitch called a strike. After Harris, it'll be Robbie Grossman. Heredia, the designated runner at second. 1 out, the pitch. Swung on, rifled toward right center field. Tucker on the run. He's not going to get it. That's going to score Heredia. On his way to second with a stand-up double. Michael Harris, the second. Braves are down a run. 3-2. Harris just traded places with Heredia. He represents the tying run.
Well, They got great wood on that one. That was hit so hard. You get that RBI double that puts the tying run at second base. And it makes me think about how big that play was that Dansby made in the top of the inning to get that out of the plate.
Sure. Exactly right. 41st RBI for Harris. Grossman's had a tough night. 2 strikeouts, but he did walk his last time up in the pitch. Fouled back. He had a home run cut. Batting left-handed. Neris ahead 0-1. Ronald Acuna Jr. on deck. 3 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Houston. 2-4-0 for Atlanta. And the pitch. Backdoor breaking pitch missed. Slow curve, 1-1. Shift to the right on Grossman. Altuve in shallow right in the pitch. Got him swinging on a curveball that ate his lunch earlier tonight. Couple of strikeouts against Javier. Actually, this was a straight change.
Never had any luck against him. 0 for 3.
Might get another changeup right here. The 1-2. It was, and it was down and away. 2-2. A run in, a runner at second. Braves down a run. We're in the 10th. 3-2 Houston. A stretch by Neris in the pitch. Swung on, hit to the right side, might get through. It does into right field. Harris is around third. No throw. Tie game. Robbie Grossman with a single that eluded everybody and got into right field. He's at first, representing the winning run. RBI of the year for him. Elevated a changeup, didn't he?
Same pitch that Harris hit. And that could not have been threaded through the right side any prettier than that. I mean, you had Gurriel and Altuve both diving. One to his right, the other to his left. Whistled right on through.
Batter is Acuna. 0 for 3 with a walk. Crowd going crazy. Throw to first. Grossman's back. Neris got Grissom to ground out. But Harris has doubled. Grossman has singled. Another throw to first. Robbie's back. Huge crowd on their feet. Hoping Ronald can find a gap or a seat in the bleachers. The pitch. Up and in. Ball 1.
It's been an amazing game, but what a game for this crowd. This has been awesome.
Yes, it has. Grossman looks like he wants to run, but he's not going, and the pitch swung on and missed. Sinker at 95. 1-1. Grossman runs well. Could he score on a double? I don't know. I'd like to find out.
I know Wash would like to send him.
Neris to the plate, swinging a hard hit ball right by Ronnie Washington. 1-2. Braves are 6-3 in walk-off wins. Walk-off record, I should say, 6-3. One out. Shift to the left. Wide open spaces to the right. This is a terrific example of shift left, Dixie Chicks right. Neris ready. He's set at the belt. And delivers. And time called as he was delivering. Time called by Ronald Acuna Jr. and Neris didn't like it. He's walked on his follow-through. He didn't throw the pitch, but he held onto the baseball, followed through, and walked all the way to the first baseline before making a U-turn. Not happy. Hang with him. Time was granted by Visconti. Now we're ready again. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him on a changeup. And with 2 out, Dansby Swanson will be the batter. That was not a strike. I couldn't tell if Ronald was walking back to the dugout, was watching the big screen to watch a replay of the pitch, or if he was staring at Neris, who was staring at him. Doesn't matter. Dansby tonight has a walk in 4 trips, 0 for 3. The pitch swung on, popped up center field, playable for Myers. He's under it. He's got it. Inning over. Astros get 2 in the 10th. Braves get 2 in the 10th, and we'll go to the 11th, tied 3-3.
Thank you, Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Hey, it's the Frozen Rope, Kevin McAlpin. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly Braves podcast for all the latest on your Atlanta Braves at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Jackson Stevens on to work the 11th for Atlanta. Before we give you his numbers, let's pause for station identification on the Braves Network.
Every pitch of Braves baseball all season long on WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Jackson Stevens has not worked in 3 days. He'd like to atone for his last outing against the Mets. A third of an inning, 3 hits, they all scored. And he will face 5, 6, and 7 for the Astros. Back once again, here's Ben.
Well, it's been one heck of a ball game, that's for sure. Got ourselves a 3-3 game here in the top of the 11th inning. There's so much hanging in the balance for the Braves. You win the ball game, you're 3 games back of the Mets. And again, is Bregman down at second base. Pitch all the way to Mancini. And there's a called strike. Braves in the bottom of the inning will have 3, 4, 5 coming up. Trying to keep these guys quiet here in the top of the 11th inning. Mancini staring down Stevens. Righty brings it. Ground ball, weakly hit off the end of the bat. That'll advance the runner to third base. Riley's got it, throws across the diamond, gets the out. Well, now they've got a runner at third base, 1 down.
Now batting number 9, Christian Vasquez.
Brings Christian Vasquez up to the plate. You get to the point now with extra inning games, if the courtesy runner scores, you don't feel all that bad about it because you feel like yours is going to score in the bottom of the inning.
Yeah.
Obviously like to cut him down to the plate if you can. That's why the infield's in right here. That second run that seems so devastating. Pitch misses up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. And when the Braves gave up 2 runs in the top of the 10th, Made it tough on them in the bottom of the 10th inning, but they come through and score 2 of their own. So a 3-3 game here at the top of the 11th. Reichman takes his lead at third base. 1-0 pitch on the way. Up and in, almost hit him. 2 balls and no strikes on Christian Vasquez. Astros in extra innings this season are 3-3. And as we mentioned earlier, the Braves are 4-6. Very intense ball game here in the second game of this series. A 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike. Got a sinker low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Braves cut down a run at the plate in the 10th inning when they got Jake Myers. Infield was shifted to the right. And Dansby made the play there. This time they're playing straight up, but they're all in. So no shift, but right along the edge of the grass. Two-1 from Stevens. Chase and a miss, 2-2. Strikeout to be really big. They've got Pena on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes on Vasquez. It's 1 for 4 in the game with a single. He has 2 strikeouts. And Stevens trying to give him a third. 2-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner with a fastball. Count 3-2. Jackson Stevens takes a moment, steps over towards the first base side of the rubber. Now he's on the rubber, waiting on the batter Vasquez to dig back in. 3-3 game, top of the 11th. Runner at third, 1 down, and time taken. Both teams scored 1 run in the 5th. Both teams scored 2 runs in the 10th. Big right-hander Jackson Stevens. Ready to bring his 3-2. Here it comes. Outside ball 4. That was nowhere near with that curveball, and it sent Contreras sprawling out to his right just to make sure it didn't go to the backstop.
If you're wondering how many bodies the Braves have left in the bullpen, they have bodies. They may not have guys that are available. Earlier tonight, Kenley Jansen was in the dugout with a jacket on. They still have Tyler Matzik, Colin McHugh, who worked 2 innings last night. And don't forget about Jake Odorizzi, a starter who could go down there and work out of the pen tonight as well.
First and third, 1 down for Jeremy Pena. A great time to turn 2, that's for sure. Jackson Stevens goes back to work. First pitch swung on, missed. Jeremy Pena hit the home run for the Astros back in the 5th inning. And he scored a run in the 10th inning. He was the courtesy runner to begin that inning. Now he's looking to give the Astros the lead again. A 1 pitch. Fouled back, 0-2. Came at him with a fastball, so quickly ahead, 0-2. Good job to get ahead after the walk to Vasquez. Jackson Stevens set right at the belly. He delivers the 0-2. Chopper weakly out to third. Riley charges, bare hands, throws, and got him at first base. A run scores, and it's now 4-3 Houston. Really only one thing you could do on that play, and that really wasn't even all that easy.
My goodness. Ben, how many times in the last 3 weeks has a swinging bunt done so much damage to the Braves, just like this one? Extends innings, produces runs. Astros not sure it was an out. Were they going to challenge? I guess not. But good grief.
We've seen that a ton lately. So now you got to make sure that runner at second does not score. That's Vasquez. Batter is Chas McCormick. He singled in the 10th. And he'll take a curveball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-3 Houston here in the 11th. One-0 from Stevens. Fouled back, 1-1. Braves will have their chance in the bottom of the inning with a runner at second base. Just gotta make sure you hold them to the 1 run here in the top of the 11th. Chas McCormick has been on base twice tonight. A single, a walk. Outside of that, a fly out and a ground out. And he has scored a run. 240 hitting outfielder awaits the 1-1. Pitch on the way from Stevens, and there's a strike. Got the sinker over, 1-2. When we go to the bottom of the 11th, Dansby will be the runner at second base for the Braves for Riley, Olson, and Contreras. Still 1 big strike to get right here versus McCormick. Stevens a look to second. That is 1-2 to the plate. Got him swinging. Fanned on a curveball. That ends the top of the 11th. So the Astros get 1 run. It is unearned. No hits. No errors and a man left. 1 will keep the Braves alive. 2 will win it. We head to the bottom of the 11th. 4-3 Houston.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Hudson Mason. Join me and the guys in the locker room for the latest on the Braves every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on The Fan.
New pitcher for the Astros who will try to protect a 1-run lead in the 11th is Ryan Stanek. He can hit triple digits with a changeup, too. He has pitched really well for the Astros. 44 games, all in the bullpen. 1-0 with a 1.09 ERA. Usually used as a setup guy. 41 innings, 45 strikeouts, but he's also walked 25. So as hard as he throws, make sure he throws it over the plate. Braves designated runner, Dansby Swanson.
Down 4-3 into the bottom of the 11th inning. Austin Riley is 0 for 4 tonight. Remember, he hit the home run last night. He went 2 for 4. Base hit can tie the game. Home run wins it. First pitch from Stanek. Outside, 1-0. Started him off with a splitter that sent his catcher Vasquez lunging to his right. Astros on the mound have gone Javier Abreu, Montero, Presley, Neris, and now Stanek. What a ball game tonight here in Atlanta. 4-3 Houston, bottom of the 11th. Altuve playing up the middle. 1-0 pitch on the way. Low and away, 2 balls, no strikes.
Kind of feels like a postseason game, doesn't it?
Absolutely does. And with this type of game and how much is on the line, the crowd. Again, the Mets split that doubleheader in Philadelphia. So should the Braves win tonight, the lead would go from 3.5 to begin the day down to 3. Hitters count for Riley. The 2-0 pitch. Wave and a miss. Splitter low and away. 2 balls and a strike.
Pretty good 2-0 pitch right there. His splitter is his changeup.
Austin's seen 3 straight splitters. Stanek, long, frizzy blonde hair coming out of the back of his Navy cap. Set at the belly. 2-1 pitch on the way. Check swing. And a late appeal. And Clinton Bondrak at first says that he did not go. Now you got a 3-1 count on Austin.
Well, if he threw the 2-0 pitch as a splitter, he's probably going to try it again 3-1.
Mm-hmm. He walks him. Winning run will be on first base. Matt Olson waiting over there in the on-deck circle. 3 balls and a strike on Austin. Here comes the 3-1. That's fouled off. Rolled over towards the on-deck circle on the third base side.
And it was the split.
Got to be convinced that's all he's going to throw right here.
Well, and on a 3-1 count, you have 2 pitches to play with if you're the hitter. If you're looking for it and he surprises you with a fastball, well, you haven't lost anything except the count.
Count full now. Dansby takes his lead at second base. The 3-2. Fouled off again. Got a slider that time. Right at the bottom of the zone. Both teams scored twice in the 10th. Astros with 1 in the top of the 11th. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Riley. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Missed away with a splitter. So now the tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. Matt Olson is 0 for 4. He'll come to the plate here.
Like I said, this guy will walk you. Just try not to chase any bad splitters.
Last night, middle of the order, won the game for the Braves. Trying to do the same tonight. Olson takes the ball high. Nowhere near with that slider. No action in the Astros pen. Stanek all by himself and on his own out there right now. Need 2 runs to win the game and take the series. 1-0 to Olson. Check swing, roller through the left side, a base hit into left. Dansby's going to come to the plate. He's going to tie the game. Olson to second, Riley to third, 4 apiece, and the Braves are a hit away from a win. And this time the slow roller goes the Braves' way.
Exactly. You know what they say about paybacks? Just a check swing that beat the shift.
That has got to be the weakest double that Matt Olson has ever hit in his life. Just a check swing roller through the empty left side of the infield.
If they had checked to see if he had swung with the third base umpire, they'd say no, he didn't go.
Now they'll intentionally walk Contreras. Bases loaded. No one out. A 4-4 ball game. Is going to be Travis d'Arnaud. Remember, this is the DH spot that was originally filled by Eddie Rosario. And then they pinch ran for him with Guillermo Heredia. Now you bring up Travis d'Arnaud, who's such a good contact hitter. Sac fly will win it. Base hit will obviously win it. Last night, Travis d'Arnaud was 1 for 3 with a double and a walk.
Infield in, the outfield in. The outfield has to come in knowing that a routine fly ball will win the game. They got to try to keep a bloop from dropping in.
Time taken. d'Arnaud backs out of there. Bases loaded, but the only man who matters is standing at third, and that's Riley. 4 apiece, bottom of the 11th. Braves looking to win another one late. First pitch to Travis. Low and away and skipped up there.
What a save by Vasquez.
One ball and no strikes on Travis. Inning started with a walk, then a check swing roller through the left side that turned into an RBI double for Olson. And then an intentional walk to Contreras. Looking for one base hit to walk off a winner. 1-0 pitch. Chopper right side. That's through. Braves win. And the magic Streak is back in Atlanta tonight. They have taken the series, and they are just ripping apart Travis d'Arnaud over there at first base. They douse him with everything in the dugout. What a team. And what a ball game. Braves won it 5-4 in 11 innings over the Astros. And there is nothing stopping this ball club right now.
You score, we score. You score 2, we score 2. But in the 11th inning, the check swing double by Olsen, huge, and then Travis able to come through with the bases loaded.
They're going to need the National Guard to pull his teammates off of him. They're just tearing him apart over there. Braves won it 5-4 in 11 innings, and they will go for a sweep of the Astros tomorrow. Final score, Braves 5, Astros 4. Back with the totals after this.